morning. Well, it's not morning for you. It's daytime. Good afternoon. Are you following the World Cup out of curiosity? The rest of the world is. By rest of the world, I mean the non-United States flavor of the world. 2:30. Yeah, that's about right. I have some of my best friends are in the UK. Okay. Ooh, there we go. Alrighty. Off sick from work until July 1st. Aw, well, I'm sorry to hear that you're sick, but that sounds like a nice break. Let me see, actually. I feel... Am I missing something? Actually, I think I am. I don't think I... This is just one of those weird things. Let me just test my alerts. Okay, it works. Perfect.
Kevin just subscribed. This is a subscription
Good old
test.
Kevin and his subscriptions. I hope you feel better. I hope you feel better. Alright, oh, there was one thing I also wanted to do. We have, I'm hoping, so while we're here, while we're on the start screen, I'm going to actually be, Stardew! Dazd, welcome in! I am actually uploading a new emote, courtesy of a very wonderful regular who gifted to me as a kind of birthday present. So let me just find it. And hopefully this gets approved right away. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I'm not sick really. New meds and blood pressure. I'm pretty much playing cookie. Oh, that doesn't sound. Oh, that to be fair, that actually. That does not sound like cookie at all. New medicines are hard. Like adjusting is really hard. And I wish you all the best. That is definitely no small thing. Alright. No small thing whatsoever. Alright, so we've got a new emote. I didn't go to the gym this morning. The parking lot was full and I didn't feel like people in. Dazd, can I make a confession? So my husband and I didn't go to the gym this morning. We got an hour of solid workout with dumbbells and some Pilates and stretches at home. We've been thinking of transitioning our workout from the gym to home, and we've bought some equipment. We need to get, the only thing we need now is like a cardio, like an elliptical. Because the gym gets really crowded, and you're right, peopling is a thing. And for some people, like some of us like to go because we want to actually work out, but some people treat the gym like a social club. And for those of us who just want to work out, that gets a little bit annoying. So I can relate. But yeah, I can relate very much to that, just because we're in the process of transitioning, phasing out the gym. Right now we're gonna go to the gym once a week just to hit like a couple of the machines that we can't realistically get at home, but also as a easing out, because dumbbell, like free weight and Pilates is a lot more hardcore than like the machines. Like it's a lot more intense. So I'm not gonna lie, like I'm kind of feeling it a little. It's hooky. Really spent the morning smashing the kitchen. Home workouts are just as hard as gym. Motivating yourself to keep going. The house is as hard as getting up and doing the gym. Yeah, I think they're a little more hardcore because the free weights, so the machines, it's like for my, like, I've always used machines to kind of keep my form in place. When you don't have the machines, it is up to you to really monitor your form. And it becomes a little more hardcore. You're able to tackle just a couple more muscle groups. But what was fun, like working out at home was nice because like we just had the windows open. We were watching our baby hawks because we have a little family of red-shouldered hawks that are fledging, in the process of fledging, or they're out of the nests, but the mom and dad hawk are still feeding the babies. They're teaching the babies to hunt. So that's kind of... That's fun. Alrighty. I want to drink a little bit of tea. Yeah, I mean, I feel it in a good way. But Daz, I am sorry to hear. It's annoying, like, to make the drive, and then find, well, there's no parking. That's worth sticking around to watch. What's worth sticking around to watch? Big Sleep, welcome in! Oh, the hawks! Yes! Oh my god, Big Sleep, it actually makes my day watching them, because we've got the hawk babies are pretty big. These red-shouldered hawks are on the larger side. I'm used to them being a lot smaller. Like, the red-shouldered hawk is like a medium-sized hawk, but they tend to be on the smaller size compared to, like, goshawks, red-tailed hawks, what is it, like herring, or not herring, sorry, harriers. Like, the northern harrier is a pretty big hawk. But red-shouldered hawks are fluffy. They're funny-looking things. Ours are pretty big. What was I gonna say? But the babies they still have their down, so they look really funny. They look like they're wearing very fluffy pants because their down sticks out. Like they're adults. Their big boy feathers are not quite growing in yet, so it's very cute. About the size of your rich desk owl. Yeah. Like, here's my big baby desk owl. And yeah, they're about the size of this, like the red-shouldered hawk. But the ones outside, the ones that we have in our neighborhood are pretty big. It took you really spent the morning. Oh, yeah, no, I read that. Let's see. Kettlebells are really good compared. I love kettlebells, Vaughn. Yeah, we have a 20-pound one. I like doing like my squats with them. The way the weight moves as you do reps is better for building range of motion muscle instead of just being swole. Yeah. Well, swole isn't real. Like, my goal, I mean, I have some tone at the moment, but for me, my goal is to, honestly, it's mostly just strength. It's just good strength. The toning has been a nice plus. Like, it's one thing, when I first went to the gym, okay, I confess, when I first started a gym routine, it was literally because I was scared. It was you have hereditary high cholesterol and you should work on you should keep your diet good, but your cholesterol is going to be kind of bad no matter how perfect your diet is. And for me, the gym is my way of staving off like cardiovascular risk. But like, not even a full year, like half a year into the gym, I was like, hey, this is actually like building a pretty nice like gym body. And then it just gets better and better with each year. So it's like the swole or like the body has like been like the bonus. But I agree, kettlebells are fantastic. They are so great. I'd like to get a couple of different weights too. I actually really want to get a barbell. I tried like bench pressing today, but I don't quite, with my shoulder. My left shoulder is bad. My right shoulder is ready for it, but my left shoulder is just not having it. So I was mostly doing therapy to get this shoulder moving in the right like movement for the bench press. And I'm gonna start, like, because I was doing chest presses at the gym with the machine, but the machine, you know, you're pretty dang safe on it. Like, the machine kind of does the work for you and you're just resistance training with it. But I want to start like benching like properly. So I've got a little bit of a learning curve and I'm really like excited because the bench pressing for me, like the chest presses have significantly reduced my like pain. And I'm doing like therapy for like my deltoid, my shoulder, that whole joint, the rotator cuff joint area, the ball and socket, to really strengthen everything around that, so that those are growing with the muscles all around. But it's fun that we've got like gym people, or just like people who work out, exercise, do what they do. I'm doing Pilates as well too, and that is that's fun. It is so hard. But every I'm writing up like the sets that I want to do. Dumbbell press is as good as barbell press. Let them drop down enough and you can feel your outer chest muscles ripping apart. Yeah. No, for now we've got just dumbbells. And then we've got the. I keep wanting to call it a cowbell, but it's not a cowbell. The proper term is kettlebell, which is cuter because it's like, oh, it's like a tea kettle. But my brain keeps wanting to call it a cowbell. It doesn't moo or bell or ding, but I don't know. Sorry, it's funny in my head. But my abs feel like someone put like a plank of wood, which is kind of funny because I was working on like my planking this morning. It is insane, like how. And the thing is, I've been doing core workouts, but it's not like Pilates is on a whole other level. But I kind of like it. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I want to take I kind of want to be like, I want to take classes. I don't know if I'm gonna do that realistically soon. This is turning to a word association jazz poetry. Well, how about that? We could do jazz poetry streams. Although, okay, not to be cheesy and not to be like kind of a kid. Speaking of planking, oh, do say. I kind of want to do a birthday stream this week, guys. I was thinking of doing it on Thursday. Thursday's not my birthday. My birthday is next week, but I'm gonna be out of town next week. Not ironically, because I'll be celebrating my birthday, but I'll be celebrating it out of state. Speaking to planking, core, glute, leg workouts improve, couple act. Oh my god, you're not wrong. But only reason I vaunt that is valid. For me, my reasoning is probably not as interesting. It's not glamorous. Like, I had a guy approach me at the gym, like, a couple months ago and be like, oh, you're really, like, into this and you're really, like, whatever, and, like, what are your goals? And I literally told him, I don't want to get diabetes. And I was like, God, that's a lame, because I think he thought that I was, like, training for something, like, training for, like, some kind of competitive sport. But I literally was like, yeah, I don't want to get diabetes. But it's also because, like, when people approach me in the gym, guys, I don't know how to respond. And I don't mind it necessarily. It's just my brain, one, is not fully awake. And I'm only concentrating on my, my forms and getting all the reps in. So, for me, there's no social component. Like, I don't know how to be a social human. Or I just do shoulders and chest and arms. Oh, sure. Well, it's all good. I know a lot of women... I specify women in particular who only do cardio because I've known, like, oh my god, in my college and even like grad school years, I knew so many girls who'd like, oh, I don't strength train, I don't want to be like a bodybuilder, like they were so scared of building muscle, and I'm just like, okay, you don't have to build muscle, like you can tone, and my thing is, like, my parents are doctors of physical therapy, so I think long term as well, like, strength training for women, and honestly, I don't know, maybe it's a hot take for some people, I actually think, like, muscular women are pretty dang attractive, like, I think that's a great look. Like, if we're talking about attractive, but for me, like, the long-term health component, strength training for men and women, but for women especially because of the osteoporosis risk being a little bit higher in general for women than for men, strength training mitigates that risk. It reduces it. So it helps you, it helps prevent fall risk. Because as you age, your hormones change, your muscle, the body weakens. It's just part of the aging process. It's better to have some of that strength so that you can support yourself in the event of loss of balance, or you're less likely to lose balance. Muscle doesn't build on women like it does on men. Unless you're pushing crazy supplement. Yeah, I agree, Font. Like, if you're doing this the healthy way. So, we don't supplement. The only thing we do is we make sure, like, we do the protein thing. Like, we get a protein shake in. And it's just whey, like, plain whey powder, and we'll add, like, peanut butter. Because not only is it good, but it's extra protein. But Ronda Rousey is built like a brick shit house. Aw. Ronda Rousey, I don't know what she looks like. Now I'm curious. I like a good, like, sporty look. And my thing is, like, I do all this... I do all the stereotypical guy workouts. Like, I do curls. I press. Creatine, you gotta do creatine. That's pretty badass. Yeah, no, that's goals. I'm not gonna lie. Like that's a goal build. I see what you mean. Oh, American action. Ooh, what is she in? Not she looks familiar. Movies and shows. Entourage. Oh my god, that's why I know her, because she's in the Fast and Furious movies. Okay, yeah, no, she's great. Yeah. But the thing is, I like this. I like the sporty look. I think the sporty looks really cute. Um, but yeah, look, I do all the like stuff that I don't know, this that are stereotypically more like associated with guys. I don't look like a guy. Like I don't have a body like a guy. I'm just toned, if that makes sense. Like it's just given me some tone. Um, Creatine. Yeah, so yeah, creatine I will do a little bit of research in. It's been something I've been interested in adding. My only fear is that at least here in the States, in my experience, a lot of like creatine powder often has caffeine in it, and I don't want that. Cause so for me, I can do caffeine. My husband cannot, because he has a history that makes it so that caffeine is not safe for him. But it's just finding a good supplement or good sources that aren't. You do tablets, okay? Um, that don't have caffeine in them. So for me, like this is a caffeine, but this is black tea, and I have it brewed in such a way that it's not ridiculous, if that makes sense. It was an honest reaction. I respect it. Doesn't matter what his expectations for you might have been. Big Sleep, that's so sweet. I'm so sorry. I just realized I read it in my head and forgot to respond. Um, but yeah, no. The thing is, I don't know. I'm also like I'm not gonna lie. Like, I'm not, I'm not I'm not an athlete. I'm not like a competitive athlete, but I want to be athletic, if that makes sense. Although, guys, I'm not gonna lie. So I'm in my upper 30. I turn 38 at the end of the month. Um, I feel fitter and better than I've felt my entire life. Like I feel like I could do like I don't know. My dream would be to do like community competitive, so like amateur but competitive swimming where you actually do compete and it's just like a community thing. Like that would be such a blast. And I'm not gonna lie, like I would love to have like a swimming routine. I just don't have access to a pool. But I have always been really, and now that like my cardiovascular health is pretty, I want to say it's pretty dang decent. Um, like I would love to do like just and mushrooms. When you say mushrooms, are you talking about like psychedelic mushrooms, or are you talking about like the adaptogenic? The only reason I ask is because I recently got into like adaptogens. This was a while back because they make like mushroom. So they make mushroom coffee. Some of it actually does have a little bit of caffeine. Um, but I drink a mushroom coffee. It's a coffee substitute, has no actual caffeine in it. It's just like one of my favorites, like turkey tail. Lion's mane is so good. Ashwagandha Vant, I have started drinking daily, and it has worked wonders for my sleep, like night and day wonders for my sleep. Because I drink it at night. As part of my wind down routine, I'll drink my ashwagandha and I'll read like a chapter from any of like I'll read a couple of chapters from whatever I'm reading, and I actually get sleep, like good sleep at night. Like I sleep, and every now and then I'll wake up at night, but I'm able to go back to sleep. It's been like a game changer. I didn't know that ashwagandha was a mushroom though. I always thought it was a plant. I'm dog sitting for two dogs right now. There's a pool here, which is nice. Oh, that's wonderful. Do the owners let you in the pool? When I lived with my parents, my dad and I we had membership to a rec center that we like to go to, and there was a pool. It was a quarter size Olympic pool, and we would just I would do like laps with my dad. I'd also do like they had like a small, very small gym, but it was a nice gym, and I would just do stuff there with my dad. I kind of miss it, cause my dad he's also Dogs are the best. I love dogs. I only bother with lion's mane for mushrooms. I'm here alone, so I'm maintaining the pool as well and the hot. Oh god, that sounds like a goal. Like you got dogs, a pool, a hot tub. I like lion's mane. I do really like lion's mane. Now it is wonders, and the thing is, it's been like, what do you call it? They're very good for you. Oh, Vaunt, do we have any? I think is it The Last of Us? I was drinking cordyceps coffee, like so basically like brewed cordyceps. It's so good, and my husband was like, like it was just very funny. I want to say it's The Last of Us that has like the cordyceps lore that it just cracked me up really hard. But it's very good for you, and it's like good for like it brings the anxiety down a little. I was literally about to say you should have cordyceps. Yeah, I love cordyceps. I haven't had it in a while. The one that I've been drinking these days is turkey tail. Good turkey tail's good. It's I mean, I don't know. A lot of people that I've talked to don't taste the difference, but I mean, I don't know. I drink it brewed. So I have like the brewed I have two versions. I have one you could brew like coffee, so it's like powder. So I just brew it in a French press and make it nice and strong. And it has all these other ingredients like nuts, like and carob, nuts, vegetable root. Like I know that probably sounds really weird, and some seeds. So it tastes very earthy. So it kind of has like coffee-like flavor, without actually being coffee. And then I do like bags, so you could brew it like tea bags. Yeah, ashwagandha is phenomenal. It's beautiful. Please do, Big Sleep. Please do. Oh my gosh, that'd be nice. Do we have any World Cup people in chat? Because I have to... Egypt won against New Zealand, and I told myself... So guys, I am Egyptian, and so I am, like, rooting for Egypt. But the thing is, a lot of my favorite humans in the world are from New Zealand. So I confess, for the sake of the people I like, and New Zealand is a wonderful country. I would have been happy either way, but the fact that Egypt like pulled through, and 3-1 with was it Trezeguet, Salah, and God, who was the first scorer? Oh my God, I feel bad. I don't remember who the first goal was. That was actually like kind of historical. Like it was kind of a big deal, like that win, as I believe it was the first time Egypt won any game in the World Cup. But it's a really good win for them because it means that I believe that they stand a chance or are going to advance the next stage. It's hard to watch in the new UK. Oh really? You know, I'm not gonna lie. That surprises me because I know that UK is I'm gonna say the word soccer, but soccer/football. Like I was a big I was a big EPL person. Like I watched the EPL all the time. Hello, huge fan of Stardew, Alfangor's son. You said you were Egyptian. Have you ever been? I was born there. I was born in Egypt. I actually, yeah. I was raised in the States, but we were raised pretty traditionally, like raised right between two cultures. So yeah, born in Egypt. I want to go back, but it just has not been in the cards. I just got done modding for a Kiwi streamer. She's just starting to follow along this world. Oh, that's so sweet. That is so sweet. I live 8 minutes away from Old Trafford. I want to travel there next year. Been trying to collect tips. What sort of tips are you looking for? I mean, my thing is, so I am Arabic first language. I mean, I think my vocabulary is stronger in English simply because I schooled in the States. But I don't know. If there's anything on your mind, I'm happy to I guess answer questions. I have family in Egypt that I keep in touch with as well, so that's about the closest, but I have not been. Also, welcome in. If I haven't said it already, welcome in. Egypt is hot. I canceled my holiday to Sharm el-Sheikh because it's supposed to be 43. Yeah, it's crazy. I always joke, and funny enough, I was bonding with another Egyptian American friend of mine that I can't stand the heat. Like I actually hate the heat like so much, and it's so funny because I mean, I've lived I've moved up and down the states. My home away from home, so to speak, is West Virginia. Because when we moved to the states, like as a family, we moved to very rural West Virginia, like right in the mountains. And the reason for it, I mentioned my parents are doctors of physical therapy, and we moved to the country as part of this like international program to bring like specialized like medical care to hospitals that were suffering severe shortages. And so my parents were assigned a hospital like out in the country, and my formative years were spent in the mountains, and so that just planted in my brain mountains equals home. And cold winters, minus 33 Fahrenheit. What the hell would that be in Celsius? It's pretty close. Like, I just assume minus 30 something Celsius. So I know minus 40 Fahrenheit Celsius is about the same. But when it gets like to a stupid cold, my brain just But yeah, no, it's hot. It is hot. I don't know that I could do a summer Egypt trip, but I do have family I want to see. I also, because I'm a professional musician and stuff, the arts district in Egypt, in Cairo specifically, is is impressive. It's impressive beyond belief. The conservatory, the opera house, the theaters plural, like it's just, there's a lot of really phenomenal work happening there. I don't want to drag you back to supplement talk again, but if you want to add a mushroom, agricon is a good one. It's not got a lot of research, but it's good for antiviral and immune booster. No, Vaughn, I appreciate that. No, it's all good. I like the I like the fitness and wellness conversations. That is part of the dialogue. No worries, and I appreciate that because I had not heard of agricon. But yeah, ashwagandha. I don't take it anymore. I just got upsold it. Gotcha. Yeah, I like to, before I add anything, I like to do a little bit of research. My doctors do have me on some supplements. So, because of my cholesterol, I do take Metamucil, like, with every meal. Or I take it 3 times a day. And it's been keeping my numbers down. And my other supplement is a krill oil that my doctors want me on because every now and then, my blood work every now and then shows a bit of a wonky liver, for lack of a better way to put it. And it's nothing of concern because my liver numbers are regular. But I take the krill oil. I mean, ironically enough, the krill oil supports the cholesterol, but bodily cholesterol is produced in the liver, and it also supports my liver function. So I am a big believer in supplements as a way of aiding a healthy diet. Scared to get my cholesterol results back. My blood pressure was 176, 118 last Friday. Oh, Vaunt, out of curiosity, I mean, you don't have to share if you don't want to. I get something called white coat. Like, I get really anxious when my vitals are checked. That's a PTSD. It's a trauma response for me. It's getting a little better, but when I'm in a doctor's office, like, my vitals are through the roof, just because it's a little stressful in that moment. So I was wondering if you have that. But I hear you there. That's, I'm sure whatever the doctors told you was not fun, but, I do also want to say that I do have a lot of empathy with that kind of thing, because it's scary, for sure. I'm the same, but that was, the lowest over a 15-minute period. Gotcha. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. I'm so sorry to hear that. Are they putting you on, like, blood pressure? Oh, you did say you were on blood pressure medicine. But yeah, I know words can't convey how much empathy I do feel, because, it's not fun. It's really not fun. My doctors they bluntly told me, and I'm not gonna do this because I think it's good for me to just have the checkups, but my doctor did tell me, like, yeah, I'm on Rampril, but they have to check kidneys before they can up the dose. That's fair. That is fair. Yeah. Sometimes it just happens. Like, we can be as healthy as we want, and our bodies are just kind of doing their thing. Like, the cholesterol stuff, it took me years to just accept. And it's still a source of frustration, but I kind of recognize, like, I'm on a relaxed diet. I say diet as a lifestyle thing, I'm not on a restrictive diet necessarily. but I do aim for a certain intake of things like fiber and heart-healthy, like, foods, but I came to accept that there's only so much that I can do, and I should do it, but recognizing, you know, if my liver is going to be doing what it's going to be doing, then all I can do is support my body in mitigating risk. But I wish you the best of luck. I really do. That's, my family has a history of every heart condition in existence, but we tend not to die soon. Usually late 7. That's not, yeah, okay. Yeah. Yeah, and they have to be extra care. When you have the family history, I do know that they like to be on the cautious side of things. But, no, I can only imagine, like, how stressful that has to be. So, I do wish you the best, and I'm glad that you shared, because when I first started to do all of this and was getting the results and stuff back, I'm not gonna lie, like, I found it terrifying. Like, I was like, oh dear god. And I tried to joke about it as, oh, this is just aging, and this is just what you think about in your 30s. Hello world, heavenly horror, hello world to you too. Welcome in. But the interesting thing is that you can have high cholesterol and, like, live a perfectly normal, like, fully... Hey, a friend! Aw! Hang on, I want this. That was from that one day when we heard the owl in the middle of the night. Okay, I love the owl. The owl statues make me so happy. But we gotta find him a home. Okay. There we go. Oh, it's so cute. It's so cute. Alrighty. Okay, I got a lot of nonsense in my inventory. I'm gonna just enjoy my tea for a little.
Did I jump scare you?
Hi,
Yeah,
Alex.
I did.
How much Stardew have you played? Does this file have anything special going on? Alex, welcome in. I've been playing for years. I've been playing for a few years. This is a special file. This was a Joja file, and now it's just a fool around. I did this thing where I dated everybody. I haven't moved forward on this, but I'm gonna room with Krobus and then max out his hearts. I'm so sorry, guys. Allergies. But yeah, no, we've been playing for a while. We're vibing. My next it's not Joja. My next Stardew Valley, I hope to make a perfection run. But yeah, Stardew was my therapy when I had my sports injury last year. It was a hiking injury. I met my match out in the mountains in the snow and ice. I found out that is just too much. So I got a minor ankle injury, but I had to rest, and I was in a boot for 6 weeks, and it was really frustrating, because it meant that I couldn't really do any working out, because my doctor was like, you need to heal, like, this needs to, like, minimize, like, you need to be off your feet, do some light movement, like, you know, do your house chores, do your light stuff, but, like, it was very, anyway, long story short, Stardew was what helped me not go absolutely insane, so I put a lot of hours during that time, and that was when I learned a lot about the game, and became very like, okay, we're doing this. It was like all the, like, sporty, not competition per se, but the sporty drive went straight into this game. Alex, good morning. I hope you're doing wonderfully. What do you like to eat? I don't think I've ever been... Ooh, we love food. What do I like to eat? Let me get back to you on that. Who the fuck is Joja? Good question. Gabes, welcome in. Welcome in. I hope you're doing wonderfully. I was going to say Riverland Farm this time. I actually really like... I love the Riverland Farms, and I'll tell you what, because since this was a Joja run, I was concentrated on making a lot of money, and so I used the Riverland as a way of just grinding the fishing. Since early game, the fishing, like, helped me make a lot of money really fast. Are you really ever here? Then we always talk about food. But yeah, let's go back to the food thing. So, Vaunt, my day-to-day, like, sustenance meals, I'll call them. So I'm separating that from like treat meals that are fun, because my fun and treat meals are not always and not usually heart healthy. But my aim, I'm gonna use the buzzword plant-based, even though I don't care for it. Food talk is a streamer tradition. I know, right? So in the morning, I am like an oats person, just because it's like one of the healthiest things you can eat. If you have high cholesterol. So I do, and I do them from scratch. I don't get like the instant oats. So I'll get like steel cut oats. I do rolled oats for like overnight oats as well, and I'll prepare them entirely myself. And I found a couple of different ways that I like to. I'll take nuts, walnuts and pecans. Especially these days I've been fixated, like walnuts have been my obsession. So I just use like a bunch of walnuts. I'll add chia seeds. I've been adding cinnamon, so it just makes it taste so fat. Like it almost tastes like a gingerbread cookie, but there's no sugar. Although today I made a berry medley with raspberries and blueberries, so it was like a very fruity, nutty chia seed, and it's really filling. And then I try to get like legumes, like lentils, beans. Lunches these days, it's kind of a mix of like getting like a lentil. I'll make like a lentil porridge, and then I'll have like an arugula salad. I know that probably sounds very like wow, but I like it. I love arugula. Like I could eat a lot of arugula. And then dinner time is usually some lean protein. As I reach my 40s, I don't know that I want to do meat every day. I'm not like a vegetarian. Skylar, welcome in. Good morning. I hope you're doing wonderful. Happy Monday. It's so good to see you. So, and then my treat meals, I'm not going to lie, like my treat meals are like barbecue, like brisket, is one of my favorite things. I'm a sushi poke person. Like, imagine joining chat and seeing Gleep's message. Caucus. Oh, I saw that. Yeah, I mean, I've recently been here, but in and out a lot. Yeah, Vaughn, it's fine. It is all good. We're all over the place here. We talk books. I've been hyping the World Cup. Dart, welcome in. Dart, your message this morning made my day. Thank you so much. The emote is uploaded. I don't know if it's available. But yeah, and these days, like, because the World Cup is in, I am getting serious, like, I don't want to use the word FOMO, but I'm like, I really want to, yay! That is courtesy of Dart. That was a birthday emote. You know, since we've got the gang here, guys, I do want to do a birthday stream. There's not going to be anything. Happy Monday to you. I hope you're doing well. You too, Hatsune Skylar. World Cup mentioned it, so it is. Hatsune, who are you cheering for? I have a bunch of teams that I cheer for, because the thing is, I consider myself a citizen of the world, but there are a lot of teams that make me happy when I see winning. When was your birthday? My birthday is the end of the month. I'm going to be out of state, though, for it. I'm going on a small road trip with my husband, but I'm thinking of doing the birthday stream this Thursday. So I was thinking June 25th. I'm thinking, and the only thing that I'm going to do is just be like, hey, birthday, and I don't know. My birthday is every year. Me too. I'm getting a lot of World Cup FOMO, too. Keep seeing people partying and boss. Aw. Yeah, Alfangers, I grew up watching the World Cup with my family. I grew up watching like a lot of soccer. So World Cup, EPL, La Liga, Bundesliga for a little bit. England and Ghana. Oh, that's so sweet. Because Ghana is my mother's. Oh my god, that's so awesome. Hatsune, I had no idea. That's so awesome. Yeah, I love England. I really love England. My favorite team has always been Germany, but Egypt's my home country. I was born in Egypt. And seeing Egypt win, and I woke up to Egypt trending on like social media, and I was like, oh my god, because it was a historic win. I don't think Egypt's ever won a FIFA World Cup before. I think they've won friendlies and stuff, but that's just not. And they stand, so that's a pretty that's a pretty big deal. So I'm really happy for Egypt. But you know what, Hatsune, I've always liked, I love the African teams. Yeah, so I will be thinking of you whenever Ghana plays. Egypt is so cool. So is Ghana. That's the, England plays tomorrow. I'm just trusting Tuchel's management. He's one of the best managers in world football and amazing at what he does. Who am I to question his ability? Yeah, it's nice to learn some of the new generation. Because Vaunt, the last time I was watching like EPL was in the 2010s. So, like, the last year I watched was, like, 2016, and then I fell off the radar because I moved out, and I was, grad school and wasn't watching as much. I see Argentina or France winning. Oh, I could see that. People have their money on France, but I could see Argentina. I could see, and that would be nice for like, I'm not gonna lie, like that would be lovely to see just for Messi. Like that would make me very happy because I think this is his last like big international thing. Glad to have helped and hope you're enjoying it. Aw, ooh, reading material. Hang on, I missed a message. Speaking of reading material, just an update for Jart. Not only have I started reading volume 1 of Oyasumi Pon Pon, I've also got to feel like a cool hipster bring it up to my weeb friends who are unaware of its existence. Ooh, looks like something for streamer to check out too. Not to be. But England versus Ghana is going to be the hardest match I've ever watched. Oh my god, Hatsune, yeah. It's always hard. So Hatsune, yesterday Egypt played against New Zealand. And I love New Zealand so much. I love the country. I follow a lot of rescue and natural like conservation groups that are New Zealand government funded and New Zealand based. And some of my favorite, like best friends and favorite humans in existence are Kiwis. They're from New Zealand, and so I told myself, whoever wins this game, I will be happy. I'll be happy for my New Zealand friends if New Zealand wins, because that's a big deal for New Zealand too. But I'll be happy for Egypt, because, you know, heritage and stuff. Let's see, Messi. For me, I think seeing Egypt versus Germany would be really hard. Because, like, on the one hand, it's like Egypt, but on the other, Germany has always, like, I've been a long, long time fan of the German team. If Messi wins a World Cup, that should finally seal the debate, but also I don't see him winning either. Wins another anyway, he won the last one. Yes, aren't we now? If they win, it will be back-to-back. Hey, David, welcome in. David, we're geeking out all things World Cup. On paper, England should walk this World Cup, though it's frustrating as an Englishman. Kane is playing his best football. We have major squad depth, and the arrogance of youth that should work in our favor. I miss Wayne Rooney. I loved Rooney. I thought he was hilarious. By hilarious, I mean he was just such a character. Alright, what am I up to? Okay. One knows way more about manga than me, and another speaks Japanese. Not that I claim that this means I know no bull, but I can constantly fake it a bit better than before. It's still early, but I'm already buying into both the look and story. Aww, that's great. You know, I always like to tell people to never blanket this. Like, this is a general thing. A lot of people often will make sweeping statements that they won't like consume an entire genre or an entire kind of media, and I've always thought that was such a shame. But it's nice to get into new things and try new things. Oh, you guys would appreciate knowing, my husband has been loving Freerun. He thinks it's like the coziest, and he really, really likes it. So that's a win for chat. I think I see Dieter. You're shivering today. I wonder why. Could be a few things. There's a light shining on you. You're extremely hot, you know, but on occasion, I mean temperature, a little sick. Oh, I'm not. There's a light over here. Dieter, welcome in. Dieter, I hope you're doing wonderfully. Oh, also, Dieter, I did see that you messaged me. I keep forgetting to, like, open my messenger, so I am so sorry, but I will, like, check those and respond. It just appeared in my mind. Dieter, welcome in. Dieter, are you enjoying the World Cup? But yeah, I'm using a collagen moisturizer. I'm not wearing, like, makeup or anything. I'm using, like, a collagen moisturizer that glows. It's not greasy, like it doesn't have a greasy feel, but it makes my skin glow just a little. I don't mind it personally. As a United fan, oh, I'm a United fan too. Long time, or like back in the day, like I was a big United person. Glad he's liking it. Yeah, I'm gonna see England win the World Cup and Kobe might score the winner. Oh, well, England is one of those teams that I do root for, and I will be very happy if I see them win as well. I really will. Finally, EOS, we've been saying for a bit to watch it. No worries. I still need to see Season 2 of Freerun. I know it's about half the length of the first. If you need to feel more hipster, I got more recommendations now. If Belgium keeps on tying their games, it's no fun. Aw. Dieter, yeah, I saw... yeah. Well, Belgium's a good team. I do believe that Belgium is a good team. Okay, we got some seeds we could put away. Egypt, yeah. I saw the Egypt match. I saw that that tie was like Egypt scored an own goal, which was very, like, of course. I just started a 13 volume epic. Geez, woman, you're insatiable. They are, but it's not a team yet. I supported United through David Moyes' management. I could support them through anything. Unlike all those fake fans who jumped to City when they got bought by Big Oil. Nah, Manchester United is where it's at. Funny enough, okay, hilariously enough, I actually, for a while I was considered going to the University of Manchester for my doctorate. Because for the longest time ever, I did actually just want to get my doctorate in the UK. I had a bunch of different schools that I was looking at in the UK. There are debates about the Belgian team where one of the players is going to miss a match to see his newborn baby. Oh, and it's bringing a big debate. It can be sometimes. It looks a lot... it looks like a little of the Einzelgängers for the moment and not one cohesive front yet. Oh! Belgium will never win. He's right to go be with his family. But I'll see us eventually. I'll circle back to Philip on recommendations. Aw, I love that you guys recommend stuff to each other. That's pretty dang wholesome. I'm gonna go get some of that hardwood in the secret forest. Don't worry, I'll let you finish the pump. You guys are great. I think this is why we all vibe. Alright, let's get some hardwood. Something that's so nice about Stardew is that you can, like, really hardcore it, like, with the perfection stuff, but you can also just do what we're doing, where we're just kind of, like, just going through the routine stuff, and I'm not really paying attention to the game. Who do you all have as the dark horses to win the World Cup? Egypt! Egypt, it's not gonna happen, and I know it. I firmly know it. It is getting so dark, so my lighting is, like, getting trash again. God, I need more light. I need, like, real light. I fully agree. I don't know why people are debating over it. Let him go see his newborn. He can have other World Cups. Welcome in, Cherry Blossom. Alright. We got our... It shouldn't even be a debate. Yeah, humanity is nice with this kind of thing. Which season am I doing? You know, that's a good question. Are we in... We're in spring. We're in spring. Year 4 of spring. I barely pay attention to the seasons, I'm not gonna lie. Mostly because I'm not doing outdoor crops. I just have my, my ancient fruit empire in the greenhouse, and that's about it. Some people said he could have planned when they'd have a baby. No, you can't plan that! Whoever said that is clearly, like, never been in the journey of baby making. Like, even if you know, you're weird and you have, like, a notebook where you're tracking, like, cycles or whatever, like, preemies happen, or babies that are born late happen. Like, you can't time that. For me, it's the Netherlands or Mexico. You know, both the Netherlands and Mexico. There are some, like, the thing is, I say that I cheer for teams, but there are so many countries that would just be so joyful to see winning. There's Doku, Jeremy Doku. Oh, hey. Yeah. This is what I love about Twitch. I can come and talk about the World Cup. My husband is not a sports person at all, and he didn't, like, grow up with sports, so I think he's been very, like, this is a side of you I'm not used to. Because even the last World Cup, I was in touch with my family about, but I wasn't, like, watching it a whole lot. It was just checking to see who's winning. But, like, this year I've been really, really into it. He's like... It's just been a source of some fun, lighthearted teasing. I'm gonna finish my tea because it's getting cold. I'd like to see Cape Verde win their next match. Them holding against Spain was wholesome. Spain was great. I always liked watching, back in the day, the early, like, Spanish games. The teacup, it might be a perspective thing. Yeah, it looks massive. But yeah, it is pretty big. Like, if I put it here, it's But, like, I get, like, 16 ounces of tea in it. That's why I drink from it. Because I've been drinking my teas really milky. So, like, a nice non-traditional English breakfast. Where I'll brew, like, the cardamom black tea. And then I've been drinking it with, like, a really creamy almond milk. I work with Matthias Main's cousin. Will be interesting who goes and takes him from the wolves during the transfer window. Wow. That was delicious. Alright, time to go get some sleep. Now it's empty. Oh, I love that. Dieter, that is very clever. Sad what's happening with Portugal. Ronaldo isn't their threat anymore and it's killing them. Oh. Aw. I like Ronaldo. But I admit I did not know that. I just want to be able to watch the games. Because back when I lived with my parents, the games were just always on. With the games being like back to back. Oh, just in time to go to bed. With the games being back to back, like we just had them on. And what's the word? I'm blanking out. I'm so sorry. Like, it was just, they were there. And even if I weren't, like, actively watching, like, sometimes I would, read or study, and the game would be on, so I'd, like, look up after finishing a chapter and just see what's happening. Or, like, you know, if everything gets really heated or the audience gets loud, you look up and see, like, what's causing the excitement. Like, I don't know, I just kind of miss that. And I miss, like, the spirit of it and being around. But the highlights are great. Fox's monopoly on streaming the games in the States has been a little bit of a bane. In the past, like when I was doing grad school, if I wanted to catch matches, I would actually try to find like Spanish channels and just air them there. Because, like, one, you know that the commentators are going to be way more into it than like a lot of the American. No offense, I don't mean any offense. It's just like the Spanish commentators are always so heated and they're yelling and like super into, like, it's just, I don't know. He just wants the ball every time, and his own teammates don't pass the ball, not let him kick any. You want a way to watch the games? I would love a way to watch the games. But, Ramos should be their main striker. He shouldn't even be on the team. Aw. Alright, okay, it's a health boost today. Ooh, I didn't check the secret ingredient is crime! Oh, the spirits are very displeased today. Okay, well today I think would be a good get to Ginger Island and check on the farm there, see if, Oh, and we should crack these geodes. My brain just jumped, with the secret ingredient is crime, just jumped to, like, SpongeBob, of all things. I know, to be honest, I don't know why he still wants to prove anything. Same thing's happening, when he was back in United. The thing is, when I see familiar names like Thierry Henry, Kane, even like Neymar, I'm like, oh, they're still playing, which is really cool, but also one of those, oh my god, they're still playing. Like, but then it's like, it makes me feel a little less, like, who are all these people? Mohamed Salah, from Egypt, he's been playing on, like, for Egypt for a while. Oh my god, look at these! I thought Neymar was a lot older than he was and retired. I thought so too! Like, cause Neymar's been, like, he's been around for a while. The sound the ostriches make are very cute. As a United fan, Crystal, you know I'm not saying this about Ronaldo in a bad way. He just isn't there anymore. He should have retired from the game before the game retired him. Font, I can see that. I can understand that. Yeah, and one of my favorite things about, like, one of the reasons why Manchester United drew me was the dynamic between Wayne Rooney and Cristiano Ronaldo. So I get it. I get it. Ronaldo not retiring till he hits 1,000 goal. He doesn't have the ability to drop back and support like Messi does. Yeah. I can understand. I can see that. Whew, okay, what are we doing? Let's put the eggs away. I hate Salah. Sorry, Liverpool. Oh well. You know, I actually did forget. I forgot for a while that he played for Liverpool. That my sister is a Liverpudlian, so there was a lot of Liverpool rep in the household. She supported Arsenal as well, and Tottenham, the Spurs, for a while too. But Liverpool was like her favorite. You have a sister in Liverpool. She's not in Liverpool. She's just a supporter, a Liverpool supporter. Plus, Ronaldo fans and even his family are attacking the other Portugal players for stuff like not passing the ball. Oh no, that's not good. My nephew supports them. I hate it. No, I don't have any. I'm not British. I have no British like ethnicity. But some of my best friends are Brits though, and honestly, for the longest time, I thought I was gonna end up in the UK, and it could still happen. Is the thing. With the academia being where it is, like the UK is still very much a place where there is work for me, for lack of a better way to put it, assuming that like employment is a feature of life. There's a controversy where Ronaldo tried to claim a goal. His teammates scored, and it was a whole thing. I've been watching the Egypt team very closely, and I concluded they don't walk like an Egyptian. Nah, Dieter. Nah. Nah. Very. I am so happy for the Egyptian team. The guy that was big. No world's full of prejudice and hatred. Liverpool fans are the only breed I get insulted. Oh my god, Vaughn. My best friend's fiance is British and he flies over like 4 times a year, and he's a blast to hang out with. He loves America. That's so sweet. That's so wholesome. I don't know, like, I know it's cheap, like, you know, we're talking about the World Cup and cheering on, like, our heritage and ethnicities, and god, it's gonna sound so cheesy, but I still believe in the whole citizen of the world thing. I do. I know it's sappy, but like I really have always believed like different cultures are awesome, and we all have so much to learn so much from people who are different to us, and it's a beautiful thing. And the World Cup is just a really wholesome, or can be a wholesome reminder of that. I love your portion sizes. You know, Vaunt, I cannot eat, like, the big portions that most Americans can. I scare and stress. Even my poor husband, he thinks I eat, like, because I eat very, like, small portions just because I will throw up if I eat too much. Like, my body does not let me overeat. And I don't have an eating disorder, never have. I get full so fast. And my gut just, like, churns like nobody's business if I overeat. There are only some exceptions. So there's some foods that I can kind of be a little bottomless in, but I haven't tested that in recent either. Did you see TSA put out a warning to people leaving the country from the World Cup? You can't bring 4 bottles of ranch in your carry-on. No, but I did see, apparently there was, so I'm not like a weed person. I'm not a weed person or anything like that. Like, I don't smoke weed, I don't consume it. But I saw there were multiple hospitalizations from foreigners getting cannabis products in the States, and then ended up hospitalized because the dosages are a lot stronger than they're used to. And so it's like causing these, like, it's just abolish TSA. Oh. I'm scared to say anything. But I hear you. Specifically in Seattle, yeah. Oh, jeez. I saw that Scottish fans emptied the bars in some places. Oh. The thing is, the US is culturally so isolated from the rest of the world, and that is kind of a shame. So, like, my family in Egypt, they have access to everything. They watch European cinema, they watch Asian cinema, they watch American cinema, they see more, they get to experience more, because that's just the norm, that's just what happens. They all speak multiple languages, as well, and there's just a little bit more of, like, being a citizen of the globe overseas. And I'm not saying it's, like, overseas is not without its issues and stuff, but, the idea was they don't have ranch in other countries and people were falling in love with it. Yeah, that's really cute. I'm not gonna lie, that's pretty kind of adorable. Trying to take it home with them. Oh, Chris, I can show you things you've never seen before. I got drunk once and ate 5 double sausage McMuffin meals, 2 bacon rolls, and 8 extra hash browns. What's a bacon roll? Is it like a sausage? Ooh, you know what is a bacon roll? Bacon sandwich. Ooh, yum. Ooh, I got a pearl! But I like food. I just get full super fast. But it's kind of fun because if we're eating out, I usually get like 3 meals out of you know, with the American portions, like South Carolina like there's American portions and then there's like South, like deep South portions, which are even bigger than your standard American portions. So I often get like 4 I'm not even exaggerating, like 4 meals out of like leftovers from eating out. That's why I like Aussies and Kiwis. Oh, they pay attention to both the US and UK media, so you can discuss both in addition to Oceania. Oh, yeah, yeah. I love my Australian and Kiwi friends so much, like so much. And I'm not gonna lie, there was a job listing in Australia, and there was a part of me that's like, what if we lived in Australia, and like, what if we like, I don't know. We have a thing over here called a bin lid. It's a bread roll the size of a large dinner plate, and we fill it with bacon, sausage, hash browns, egg, black pudding, and mushrooms. That sounds delicious. That sounds really good. You see, we have a thing over here. Oh, they found another mummy in Egypt. It was completely covered in chocolate. I think it's called a Ferrero Rocher. That's cute. That is so cute. I constantly make food portions that probably feed Eos for a few days. I'm a tiny eater, and like, with the working out and stuff, like my husband gets worried because he wants to make sure that I'm eating enough, both caloric as well as like getting like enough protein and stuff. And the bulk of it being because I burn hundreds of calories a day, like in my workouts, and so he's so scared because he like. I don't want to like start losing weight because I'm like on the lower end of, I'm normal weight, but I'm on the lower end of normal, and I don't mind some weight loss, but I don't want to dip back into underweight because that's not safe either. Hello, Eos Kyoko Namine, welcome in. I hope that you are doing so. It's so good to see you. Aw, yay! It's been a while. I was quite busy with finals. I remember you mentioning that, which I'm finally done with, and I'm shaking that I passed. Congratulations. How are you? I'm doing alright. I'm so happy to hear an update. Congratulations on passing your finals. I hope that you have an enjoyable, restful, and absolutely fun summer. It is so good to see you. Rest up. You've more than earned the break. What was I gonna share? We're doing well. We are geeking out so much about the World Cup, and it is, I don't know, it's so fun. It is so much fun. Congrats, YouTube chat. Dart wishes you well, and congratulations, Kyoko, on and Dart tells you to get your well-deserved rest from Twitch's side. This is the wholesome. My YouTube chat and my Twitch chat are gonna befriend each other. I too have allowed myself to fantasize about moving down under temporarily. My thing is that I'd love to. I have like friends in Tasmania who are nature people who do a lot of hiking and are a part of like conservation efforts, and that is kind of like the life that I want. Like as we settle here, as we settle, like, I do want to get into like wildlife rehab, wildlife rescue, getting into that kind of thing. I want to get into falconry, not because I want to be a falconer, but because I want to work with like birds of prey. There's a lot of stuff that I want to do that is outdoors, and there's a lot of it down under, as you put it. My weight is on the upper end of Hey, you know, Vaughn, it's life has a way. Congrats, YouTube chat. Get your well deserved. Oh my god, my grandmother was born in Queensland. Oh, that's so cool. Poor Vaunt. Vaunt, Vaunt is entitled because Vaunt is British, guys. Jorpin, welcome in. Hello to you too. Welcome to the cozy chaos that is this stream. We are geeking out about the World Cup, about food, about goodness knows whatever. I can imagine. In Twitch chat, I missed you guys. Kyoko says she misses you all. So Dart, love to you there. Thank you all for the sweet words. I feel so relieved to be done, which means more visual. Hell yes. Ooh, do you have a game that you're going to be starting, Kyoko? Eos want to see some food? Always, always. Please share. When I step on my scale to weigh myself, it moans and says, one person. Oh, Dieter, you're. Oh, I'm sure it doesn't. Delskis, welcome in. So I was born like almost 2 months preemie. So 2 months premature. So I was already kind of a dangerously tiny baby. And I never like, I struggled putting on weight. And then add that to whenever I get anxious, my appetite goes. So I just lose my appetite. And the upshot of that basically means that like, I can't eat. And when you're like anxious is often, my anxiety's been better these days. But when I was younger, I was anxious all the time. So I just didn't eat much. And that, my poor parents, I feel for them so much. So, what's the word? I've always, my whole life I was like very dangerously underweight. Like when I was, all the way into my 20s, my BMI was like 13. And even my doctors were like, I had one doctor that was like, you need to be drinking like Ensure. Like you need to be upping your calorie intake. Like drink your, like the first time you doctor, it's like, you need to be drinking your calories because this is not a safe weight. Like that kind of thing. But I'm at a normal and a healthier weight, and God, yeah. I'm so glad to not have to worry about that. Because I was like anemic and kind of, my asthma was extremely bad in my 20s too. So combining that with the anemia, and God save our gracious English breakfast, long live our noble English breakfast, God give me more English breakfast. Vaunt, one of my favorite treat breakfasts is a full-blown English breakfast, like with all the meats and, oh my God, yeah. How are you doing? Delskis, I'm doing okay. I'm honestly doing okay. I did an hour of like Pilates. It's Pilates and like some dumbbell like strength training. And the Pilates, my abs feel like lead. Not in a bad, like they're so like, I feel like I was planking this morning and I feel like there's a plank in my gut. Like it's a, set food. Yay. Yay! I'm a bit overweight, not dangerously, but yeah, can't exercise much and I don't like dieting, although my first name says I am a dieter. Oh my god, I love the cross language. My nutritionist says it's okay, but I could eat a bit healthier. Yeah, and the thing is, everyone's goals are different. Like, I know in the United States, there is an issue with like doctors, and I understand where it comes from, but like some doctors can get very obsessive with the weight stuff, but weight is only one, like you can be completely healthy even if you have a little bit of like, if you're slightly overweight, you could still be like completely healthy, that kind of thing. But you can also be like me, like I'm on the like I'm skinny, but like I have a cholesterol issue that I have to monitor, which people who don't know how cholesterol work are off, like I've had friends who don't really know how medicine works and how like general like human health works. They're like, but you're so thin. I'm like, it doesn't have anything to do with weight. It has to do with like my body is overproducing like body cholesterol. My liver is overworking itself and it's not flushing out the LDL enough. And, you know, you could be the skinniest person in the world and have really bad cholesterol, like that kind of thing. Equally, like, you could be someone who's my weight and be, like, very severely diabetic. Like that kind of thing. So it's just, the weight is just one factor of many. Eat more, join me on the dark side. If I was Emperor Palpatine, my line would have been, oh, I'm afraid the fryer will be quite operational. It's called lifestyle. That eating very good and having a belly, that's okay. Yeah, lifestyle. Actually, yes, I will start the visual novel game called Slay the Princess. The art style and premise looks so interesting. Can't wait for more horror visual novel game. Slay the Princess. Okay, I am totally gonna write that down, Kyoko. I've written down all of your suggestions. I showed them to my husband. He's the son, half of the son in EOS Gaming. So I'm gonna write that down. So, visual novel, because we both like horror games. Slay the Princess. That sounds fun. I hope you enjoy it. I'm glad that you like the horror, like, style. The eating force is strong within me. Aw. Eating is good. And it's joyful. Do you watch Clarkson's Farm? I'm not familiar with that. What is it? You know, Dieter, for what it's worth, I know it's probably not my business to say, but you don't look any kind of overweight. Like, you look, like bodily wise. It does not show. That's just my opinion. That is just my opinion. But I remember I had a voice teacher, because when I was, like, really dangerously underweight, I did have a voice teacher, because she knew I was, like, really anemic, and I struggled a lot. Like, in my 20s, my voice lessons were a little bit of a struggle. Like, I did not have the lung capacity, and it's still something I'm working on. Just because of the asthma, I'm a little more, I don't want to use the word behind, because my journey, I don't want to compare my journey to others, but I've always had to work a little harder than my other peers who were doing opera. What's the word? But I just remember her saying, you know, if you know, gaining a little weight could be not only good for you, and she made she made a really cute comment, like, oh, and you know, whenever you start dating, because I wasn't dating at that time, she's like, she made this comment about, like, you know, like, guys like to have some, like, weight to grab on, but then she also made the, you know, if you're ever in a situation where you're hospitalized for a week, if something happens, then that weight will support you, because you will lose a lot of weight. For everything that we have in common and have bonded, please watch Clarkson's Farm on Prime with your husband. You'll love it. Vaughn, I will write that down too. So, Prime show called Clarkson's Farm. I will keep that in mind. I much appreciate it. Thanks. I'll check it out. Oh my god, I feel honored every time you write my stuff. Oh, Kyoko, I take, like, suggestions seriously. It takes me a while to get to them sometimes, just because I have a whole backlog of stuff, but I do write them down and make note as this is something to go look at and check out, because I don't know. And trust me, EOS, I love horror visual novel games as someone who sat through the Corpse Party. Oh, you watched Corpse, oh my god, that's so cool! Yeah, so you're in the right place. Like, this channel is definitely for you. My husband does a lot of horror games. He does a lot of horror games on the channel, and he's good at it. Like, I'm just a dipshit, but my husband actually, like, plays games well. Which didn't age well these days. Oh, a lot of media does. When stuff doesn't age well for me, I just try to look at it as, how did it fit in its time period, and just try to be patient with things that are like, oh dear god, I can't believe they said that, or they did that. I'm so jealous. You're gonna get to watch all the seasons as a new viewer. I wish I could go back and do that again. Font, that sounds so promising. I'm looking forward to that. That sounds so promising. Pearl! Let's see. Yay! So yeah, I do want to do, I was saying, I want to do a birthday stream, but for me, I don't know that I'm going to do anything particularly special. It's more just celebrating birthday. Do you know Jeremy Clarkson from the Grand Tour? Why is that name ringing a bell? I feel like I do, but my brain is, like, half clicking. I'm gonna Give me a moment. I'm gonna look that up because that sounds so familiar. Jeremy Clarkson. Yes, I do. I do, yeah. Oh, is he on the show? It's his farm comedy oh, hell yes. Yeah, this is gonna be one of our... Yeah. Okay, that sells it big time. You know, it's his farm. Top Gear probably is probably what he's most known from, right? Oh, I don't know. I don't know. I do not know. Alrighty, guys. Giga Knight, welcome in! Okay, so let's go put some stuff away. Oh my god, I meant to go to the, we'll go to Ginger Island later. But I do want to go to Ginger Island so I can check out my farm! Whew, okay. Put these away. Modded farm. No mods. This is all entirely vanilla. Although, eventually I do want to get into modding, but I've just, been enjoying all my games vanilla. I've heard great things about Clarkson's Farm. It's one of the highest rated shows on IMDb. Really now? Oh my god, okay. We are working our way through Schitt's Creek now. We're a little late to the party. I've been wanting to watch it for a while. I forget what season we're on, but that show has been so much fun. I want to say we're on, like, season 4 or... No, we're not on season 4. God, what season are we on? I don't know. I should know, but I don't. Oh, well. And that's been a really fun show to watch. What setup is this? What's wrong with my setup? This is my Chaos Ancient Farm setup. The babies that I'm making in the nursery are just lots and lots of wine. Ancient fruit rain. Organized. Oh, it's organized. Thank you. My brain is pure chaos. It is absolutely... I'm not, like, diagnosed or anything like that. Like, I don't have any diagnoses. But I definitely have a chaotic ADHD-flavored brain. But something about Stardew, it brings... I'm going to use some astrology for fun. I'm a Virgo rising. It brings, like, the Virgo part of my brain, like the extreme micromanaging, hyper-organized. It brings that out of me, and somehow there's... I'm glad that you think this is organized, because I know that some people will be like, what the hell is going on? But thank you. But yeah, this is, something about Stardew does rein in the chaos brain. I don't know what it is. It's like it's been good for my brain. And previously you knew him from the Grand Tour. Ooh. I didn't watch it till season 3 came out, but I regretted waiting for... Aw. Yeah, I'm often really late to shows. I'm often really late to books, too. Like, so Zodiac Academy has been out for a while now. And it's one of those, like, why am I so late? What do we have here? Fire, thank you for the raid! Fire, welcome in. I hope you're doing wonderfully. Who do we have in the raid today? We've got, I'm English, so I knew him from Top Gear. Daniela, welcome in. Daniela, I hope you're doing well. Are you guys watching the World Cup? Fire, how was stream? How was stream? What did you play this morning? Coffee, 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 coffee. This stuff. These things. Hi, friends. Chaotic, organized. Yay! Yeah, I could, let me give you the tour of outside. Now, outside is a little, it's, oh dear God, the mushrooms have got, the mushrooms are taking over the world. And I've got my little cheese makers. I need to make more. I need to check for truffles. The pigs put the truffles, like, all over the place. I can't see the truffles in the grass. But I'm so paranoid of cutting the grass because, the animals don't like that. They really don't like that. And they're, God, they're depleting the grass supply. Stream went great. Played some more Final Fantasy 13. Aw. Yay. I'd say Top Gear is more well-known as a show in the States over the Grand Tour. I also know him from Top Gear. There's too much good content to keep up with. Thankfully, quality media is evergreen. Oh my god, Vaunt. I'm not gonna read that out loud just because, but you'll be in the next World Cup. Okay. Oh, Raniere. Oh my god. Is Italy not in the World Cup? That's such a shame. Italy is such a good team. Or they had good teams back in the day. I mean, I'm sure they're still good. Infantino said he wants more teams, so there's a chance. To be honest, I think we would have done well. Right, we are not. I didn't know that. Oh my god. Serie A was another one I used to watch. That actually reminds me. They do not have a good team. Have you tried putting fence or light catcher on the grass? It could spread. I do that. I haven't. I'm not doing that here. I could probably do that here, but I haven't. My main farm, absolutely, because oh my god, because I always fill like multiple deluxe barns and coops, and the animals deplete everything. They just eat their way. They are just like little like terrors. They have a Chiesa and an average kit, maybe a Tonali. Huh. Oh, that's so sad. I've always enjoyed watching Italy play. I didn't know I genuinely did not know they were not in the World Cup. That actually just makes me a little sad. We have a better team than Bosnia Belgium for sure. You're probably not wrong about that. Alright, let's go grab some hardwood. I really do want to head up to the, Oh, there's a big butterfly outside. Big butterfly. It's bright red, too. I want to head to Ginger Island. We could find out when's your next group match. Bastoni decided to throw the game versus Bosnia with a red card. I saw that, I joke, of course. Alright, I'm gonna just keep going. Well, I hope that Italy is in the next World Cup. Should have been in the World Cup over shitters like Scotland. Oh, I saw that Scotland was in the World Cup. That was kind of like, aw. I don't know a lot about like Scottish, like, oh, yes, I do have to take my leave. So I have to replay Uncharted 4 right now. I adore that game a lot. Good luck with the rest of the stream. Love you guys. Kyoko, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Enjoy Uncharted. I got to play, I helmed Uncharted 1, and it was a glorious disaster, and when my mother-in-law told me that she was watching it, my first instinct was, I'm so sorry, my gameplay is terrible, but it's kind of, I don't know, part of the fun. It was a fun game. Anyway, enjoy the rest of your day, and yeah, have fun. Enjoy your summer, too. Yes, us English are waiting for them all to come back so we can up their taxes. Oh my god. For Hungary, they have a nice flag, too, not biased. I saw two Scots got their 8D grabbed by a player trying to stop them. Oh no! Because of the kilts. What the heck is happening? Okay, do you guys want to know something that makes me laugh really hard in Baldman's chat and Discord? Because there are a lot of Germans there, but every time the Germany stuff comes up, people spam the Belgian flag. And I mean, and it's like the meme is to like use the Belgian flag to represent Germany, and I don't know why. I just lose it. I lose it so much. And every now and then I'll try to like say something in the Discord and be like, "Go Germany," and then put the flag of Belgium. But it's just, it's just one of those random. Yeah, exactly. What Fire said. It's just one of those things that just makes me lose it so much. The next Belgium match is 3 a.m. I don't know if I'm getting up to watch it. I'm already sleeping. Yeah, the timing on the match, like, I was asleep when, but I have no way to watch, so it doesn't really matter, but, like, I was already asleep by, like, the Egypt game yesterday started at 9 p.m. Like, I'm in bed and, like, I'm asleep, like, by 8:30. Like, if they can afford tickets to the World Cup, then we can stop sending so much welfare. No, I get that. I was bad at Uncharted 1 as well. The boat escape was a disaster, but thank you guys, I gotta rest up. Yeah, as a German, that's funny. Yeah, Kyoko, there's a lot of nonsense on Twitch, and one of them is well, it's got the German colors. But yeah, go Germany. But yeah, take care, Kyoko. Oh my god, guys, the boat area in Uncharted was so bad. My poor husband was, like, gonna throw up. Because I play, like I'm a casual gamer. I mean, I play on Twitch and I play on YouTube, but I'm not, like, a god gamer. Like, I'm just not. And I know that and I don't care. Like, oh look, it's our flag! It started with No Death Normal. Oh, really? That's where it started? Yeah, I have to catch the VODs. Like, I normally watch his VOD. Like, I watch him live, like, for the variety when I'm up. And then I watch his VODs, like, when I'm, like, cleaning the kitchen in the morning. I love Belgium. Same country. Oh, dear God. Hell to the no, but cute. Yeah, Dieter, one of the gaming, like, Twitch communities that I'm in is just full of nonsense. The boat escape is trauma. Yeah, oh my god, I kept blowing myself up in that boat segment, because I kept running into the barrels. And I don't know, I don't have the... Same country! I once typed Japma instead of Japan during NDN, and now everyone types it. Oh, then yeah, see, when you become a copy pasta, you're part of the legacy. You have made history. You have carved a name for yourself. But Ranietta, you're pretty dang famous. Oh, Dr. Ogre, he's also famous too. And he's so nice. He's so nice. But what's fun is, like, you have, like, your, you know, like, your memeing, like, shit posters. And then when you talk to, like, so many people normally, it's like, oh my god, you guys are really nice people. Gary, Dr. Ogre streams now. Aw. Oh my god, I'll have to try to catch one of his streams. What does he stream, Dart? Does he look like Shrek? But... Alright, close that, that's good. Pretty sure the magnet line is just an imaginary stop sign. You could go take it again, and then we'd be Alt F4. Oh my god. Disonic, welcome in! Yay. Okay, look at all of that moss we have. That's fun. I'm happy with the hardwood as well. Like, we're pretty set. Okay. Alrighty. We'll eventually get to Ginger Island, right, guys? Eventually. England! Whew. Hey, it's a money-making day. Oh, it's because of the truffle oil. I was trying to remember if I put cheese. We already are neighbors. There's only a swimming pool between us. I already make a joke about Brexit, but I won't because that is technically politics. So I won't. I'm just gonna not say a word. The joke would not have been like a political side or anything. But anyway, I'm just gonna shut up now. We will behave. I don't like to bring up like political stuff anyway. German sausages would be the only improvement possible to our English breakfasts. Ugh. Streamer did a cot pose. Oh, am I gonna get like, someone's gonna make an emote and are you in Belgium? Aw. Okay. Belgium is a lovely country. Vaunt, true story. My husband adores Belgium. Like he loves it's one of his favorite places to go in Europe. Like he loves Belgium so much, and it's one of those like he wants to take me there so badly. And part of it's because he used to concertize in Belgium. Like he'd go on tour. That could be arranged. Crystal cut. Aw. You know, you have my permission. When I'm streaming, I recognize that I'm gonna get like clipped. Things are gonna get quoted. Things are gonna get taken out of context. My breakfast is English 5 p.m. tea break. Tea with biscuit. Aw, that's cozy. I'm from a city that's famous to Brits, Ypres, and now in Bruges, in my girlfriend's home, also famous. Aw. I can't remember specifically where my husband performed. He performed. He's been around. But his favorite countries in Europe are Belgium and Austria. And Austria is a country I just badly want to visit. I feel like as a classical musician, it's just kind of a must. But Austria is and has always been goals. 10 for me. Look at all these berries! Did he perform for the Queen Elizabeth concert test? I don't know. Probably not. But my mom used to live in Belgium. Aw, that would have been in Brussels then. He has performed in Brussels. Now that yeah, he has performed in Brussels. But I don't, this was way before I knew him, like way before we met. Before our lives passed. I actually told my husband yesterday that, we've been together going on 7 years, and now we've been married for 2.5 years, about. We celebrate our 2-year anniversary as a married couple back in March, and we celebrate 7 years as a couple officially in August. And we were talking about how we still feel like newlyweds in spirit, but I also just can't visualize my life without my husband. Like, it's I had a life, like, before I met him. I know that probably sounds really sappy, but it's just one of those, there were years in my life before my husband came to be. Like, I don't know. It's just kind of surreal, because it just feels like we've just always been together, if that makes sense. That's cool. Yeah, that is cool. That's joyful. Guys, I will be right back. I just realized I need the restroom. Just give me one moment. I'll be very quick. Oh, Vaughn, I don't know if you're still here, but I'm wearing my Fourth Wing, like, sweater. Where is the... I'll show it when I get back, but yeah, there's the dragons, and it says Basgiath War College. I'll be right back, guys. we have? Oh, there's all. I love that the chat is just popping off. Yay! Let me scroll back so I can just catch up. Hiya, Chair. Do you like retro games too, or do you play only Stardew Valley? I play a variety of games. So the Sonic, something that I do is I kind of pick a game, hyperfixated on it for a while, and then I move on. Like, I was starting Minecraft as well. The YouTube channel, this channel here, does showcase a whole variety of games. Mostly played by my husband, who is a phenomenal gamer. Like, he's very good. But yeah, we're just, right now I've got a couple of little things, wrapping up slowly with this particular farm on Stardew. I'm gonna scroll up a little. Let's see. Hiya, Chair! That's cool. Oh, thanks, Dieter. I liked your Dieter name joke. I loved that joke, too. I like that, like, the multilingual jokes are pretty great. That's what love does. It changed your life so much that you remember a time before as being a whole other time. Dieter, that's so, I couldn't agree more. I could not agree more. It's so true. That's insane. My great-grandfather died at, Passchendaele. Let's see. Oh, that's the retro comment. Small world. It's not far from where I live. 20 minutes bike ride. Then he could be buried at, Tinacot, or Tinacot, and have his name in the Menin Gate. Crazy, my other one died at the Soma. Edward Mitchell. I'll have to put that on the travel list. Aw. Multiple men named Edward Mitchell served in World War I, and one notable private, Edward Mitchell, service number 13197, is commemorated on the Ypres Menin Gate Memorial. He served in the 2nd Battalion Welsh Regiment and is listed on panel 37 of the memorial, which bears the names more than 54,000 Commonwealth soldiers with no known grave. If you would like to confirm this is your relative, tell me what regiment they serve. Oh my god. Alright. Let's see. My parrot is screaming. I don't know, I'll have to dig out his records. Aw! I don't have a curl that's just... What is this? That would be inappropriate for Carl to say. Are we TTSing with the Carl Weezer voice? Yeah. I hope you've been making all kinds of power moves, whether it's up the corporate ladder or with your bowels. Marvin, welcome in. The best power moves are the bowel movements. They'll be in the attic somewhere. The older you get, the more you have reason to celebrate a successful bowel movement. I'm just saying. Welcome in! Happy Monday! Alright, let's, okay. I'll put all these in the thing. Maybe today, this in-game day, we go to Ginger Island. Because I don't... This is the hard thing, is when you've got, like, so much random shit to do. Alright. Gotta pet all the babies, give them their attention. The ostrich still... Its sound is so goofy. If you could do that, I can go to the Menin Gate, take a picture for you, and if you ever come to visit, let me know. I can show you around. I'm not very familiar with the history of the wars, but I like it. The knowledge of the stories. Aww! Peter, that's so sweet. Alright, we'll do that. Do that. Bowel movements down the corporate ladder. Yeah. See, if Marvin were not here, we would have never come up with that. And that is the genius of Marvin. You never know what's going to be said, and it's kind of brilliant. No. Nope. I want to open this. I should probably... I like the mushroom trees so much, but they are getting a little silly. Ooh, we got a chicken egg. Okay. Wow, lots of truffles. It pays, quite literally, to have so many pigs. I know someone who was in the resistance and had killed a German soldier. He still gets emotional telling that story. He turns 100 in a few months. He's a good friend. Dieter, that's so awesome. I am not gonna lie, I love getting to hear older generations share their experiences. And I always have. Again, I don't want to get into the political stuff, but as a kid, I just remember loving when my family would share like their experiences back in Egypt in the 20th century, like through all of that like Cold War stuff. And I don't want to get into it here because, yeah, for better or worse, that kind of thing gets very heated very quickly. Although I'm happy with how chill our chat is, I will say, but I just don't want to test the waters. And you know, those of you who hang out with me regularly are pretty great, but you just never know who's watching or who's lurking and who may, I don't know, like have particularly strong opinions or similar. So I try not to push those. It's nice when their stories get preserved in documentary form, whether home video or professionally made. I agree. You know, something else that I like too, Big Sleep, are books. Stories, like memoirs. And honestly, even memoirs of just a civilian living their day-to-day, doing their groceries, feeding their family, falling in love. Like, those stories are so magical. They're so nice. Alright, we are headed straight for Ginger Island. Thanks for ruining the moment, Beeps. It's... You dingus! Wait, what? Bowel movements down the... It's true. It is true. It is true. Hey, you know... My last doctor's appointment, guys, earlier this month. One of the books I want to read is Anna Frank's diary. Aww. So, Dieter, you know what's fun? I read the diary, I read her diary for middle school, for literature. It was an English translation. And then in high school, for my German class, I read the German translation. And I can't remember. I think the original... Is the original in Dutch? I cannot remember. I can't remember what language the original is in. I feel like I should know this, but I just don't remember. But it is my dream to someday read the diary in the original language she wrote in. But I just, it's not coming to me. And the reason I say that is because I thought it was German. Yeah, she's from the Netherlands. That's what I thought. Yeah, but it is my dream to one day read it in Dutch. Even if I have to, you know, sit there with a dictionary, write down words, that kind of thing. That is a dream. Because there's nothing like... So, translations are magical because it gives accessibility to people who don't speak a certain language. But there is nothing like consuming writing or consuming media in the language it was intended in. And I've always been happy to, you know, do my homework, put the work in, get the vocabulary down, get the grammar down, use me as a dictionary. I'd be happy. Yeah, I would be more than happy to. But I don't have a copy of it in Dutch is the only thing. I can translate better than AI. Oh, I don't use AI. Yeah, I don't use AI. The AI, it hallucinates way too much. It's so dang inaccurate, and I'd rather just clumsily, like, I don't know, work my way through stuff. I'm very old school. I'd rather, you know, sit with my dictionary. I'm happy to use, like, an online dictionary, like a look up one word and, like, a computer dictionary, but I don't know. I like my, I also admit, like, I don't even know, like, how, like, people mention ChatGPT, I'm like, I don't even know how to use that. Like, I just, what is it, Unk status? That one first-time chatter that came in and called me Unk. To be like, what the hell is Unk? Anyway. What does that mean? And it's just basically like, I got called old by someone who was, Anyway. You sang German song, right? The language is kind of familiar. Yeah. Well, and that's the thing, Dieter, is that Dutch is so familiar. Like, I have a degree in German, and I did comparative linguistics with a professor that actually specialized in German, Swedish, and German and Dutch. And so I had a lot of exposure to Dutch. And then with the familiarity with German, I have a ton. Like, have a shelf of books just in the German language, fiction and non-fiction. When I read Dutch, it's familiar, if that makes sense. It just looks like German spelled different. I don't know how to explain it. Like, it's like, oh, this is actually really easy to understand. It's like, there's so much linguistic overlap. Now, I remember learning and studying Swedish when I was still, like, a linguistic student, and being like, this is fascinating. This is a very different... I want to go back to that. My Swedish skills at this point are completely non-existent, but I remember working myself through, like, just basic Swedish grammar, some vocabulary. I thought the language was absolutely beautiful. Still think that. Font, thank you for the subscription.
Just subscribed. BBS.
Aw, thank you so much for the 2 months. 2-month subscription. I love the way Joanna butchers. Yes, I understand, like, German is valid. Yeah! It's pretty amazing. But Swedish is one I'd hope to go back to at some point. I don't know when. So I sort of told myself that my next, alright, no walnuts, right? No walnuts for now. Ooh, look at the melon! Okay. I normally don't share, but I want to see if it said boobies because I'm a... it's okay. We're all, you're in the right place. You're in the right place. One of Twitch appropriate age, obviously. Yes, Vaunt, let it be known Vaunt is an adult. We only say that, by the way, Vaunt, because Twitch often does this weird moderation with AI. So if, even if people like the LOL, I'm an age under 13, the chatter often gets, like, bopped automatically. And sometimes the streamer gets in trouble, too. And it's just one of these weird, like, things that Twitch does, but... Oh, dear God. I lived in Berlin for 3 months in a student exchange that's so cool. And after those 3 months, I was getting fluent at it. Oh, I bet. I'll bet. And Dieter, it's something that I love about Europe, is that most Europeans end up knowing multiple languages and exhibiting and having facility over more than one language, not just the native. And I say that, like, in the United States, you just don't get that, and it's honestly a shame. Because I am of the opinion that, like, you've got to know multiple, like, you've got to learn multiple languages, and the earlier the better, is my attitude on that, admittedly. If only just because, Alright, no, I'm not gonna work on repairing this farm for the time being, but I'm glad that we dropped in. Let's put some of the stuff away. True, yeah, dear Twitch AI, I'm 31, get a grip of yourself and leave us alone. Yeah, oh my god. It's a pain. It is such a pain. And my thing, too, is, because they often, like, will ding a streamer, one of the things that I hate is, I have a chatter who maybe doesn't know that, they make a joke, and then having to, like, be like, oh my god. It's a pain. But... I think I'll take some of this stuff back. I guess we could fool around a little on the island. What's this? Whew. I did not do cardio this morning. It was all like Pilates and like dumbbell exercises, but the water. I started learning Polish since a few days. My cleaning lady is Polish and I wish to converse with her natively. Oh, that's so cute. She's such a cutie. She deserves that to know. Yeah, that's really sweet. That's really, really sweet. Honestly, Dieter, if I were in your shoes, I'd probably do the same thing. In high school, I had a really, like, I was really into the Slavic languages. God, I listen to myself talk and I'm like, yeah, no. But, and so for a while I was trying to teach myself some Polish, some Czech, and some, Slovak. Because the Czechoslovakian languages are very similar, but there are enough differences, to warrant them being different languages, and I always just thought that was really cool. Okay. Alright, I've done all the questionnaire and stuff. Gas, welcome in. Gas, happy Monday. I hope you're doing wonderful. My ex was Polish. I know exactly why you want to talk to her. Keep used to that. Aww. Cheers in Polish. That's so sweet. I had a moment too where I really wanted to learn Hungarian. I have a little, like, it's a mini, like, manual on basic Hungarian. I prefer textbooks. Like, books that are academic, like, books that will cover, rigorously cover grammar, and, I tend to prefer the academic because they move faster. They're not just phrase books for travelers, but the Hungarian language is so beautiful, and, I always thought it just sounded beautiful. What do we have? Yes, wow.
Nasty Gas just subscribed. I'll have to reset this week.
Oh my gosh. Thank you so much for the 6 months in advance. My goodness. That's so sweet. It's those long streams that are like, I mean, I'm committed to streaming. Like, I'm here to stay, but, that are like, this is why we keep streaming. For all those who, you know, have the long subscriptions like Gas does. Gas, thank you so much. It is so appreciated. I know your last subscription was also 6 months out. That's very, very kind. It's very, very appreciated. So I'm also thinking of doing a schedule where I have more variety with the streaming. So one of the ideas I had was like do the Minecraft Mondays, where we just kind of fool around in Minecraft. We just do whatever. Probably the little hardcore runs that I was doing, where it's like just survive, do whatever, but survive in hardcore. But I'd like to do a thing where it's like build a vase, and maybe like start a village. I thought about doing something like that. And then like every day there's a different game. So like there could be like a variety day, a Stardew day. I didn't look at my ex that way until she messaged me one day and just put, "Are you single? If you are, so am I. I really miss how direct she was." That's so cute. Does your cleaner have black or blonde hair? Aw. Guys are so funny. You're in trouble. Guys are so funny. Alright, let's head back. Don't tell my girlfriend, okay? Oh no! Alright. I absolutely adored playing King's Quest on Friday, the bonus stream. That was so nice. The blondes are worth going to war for you this year. Oh my god. That's so... Oh, I should have left the taro tubers. I probably should have, Okay, let's toss these for now. I can sell some of this stuff. Oh, I don't have room. Do I have anything I can... Ah, whatever. I already have enough trouble with my gray-eyed brunette from Frugas. Oh. What's happening in chat right now? Let's sell some of this stuff, right? Ooh, this thing I can just stick here. I'm gonna put some of this stuff away. Wow, they've been really busy. One girl is enough. One girl's enough, I'm out of here. Gas, let me get you a tarot card. Let's do the good tarot again today. Just for the... One girl is indeed enough. You heard it here, guys. One girl's enough. Gas, this is your card. Aw. This is the Four of Fire. It shows actually like a very fairy-like human playing what appears to be a wooden flute. It's very lit, well lit. It's a very cozy looking card. Crystal, you have to admit, it's the same for women. One husband isn't... Yeah, one husband is enough to deal with. I could not imagine having more than one husband. I feel like that would be... I don't know. Yeah, we're both pretty monogamous. Draw me a tarot card. You've got it. Same deck, or do you want something else? The Four of Fire... Let me read that for you. Is associated with a new creative phase, celebration, pleasure, and harmony in relationships. If you pull Tamlin again, okay, then I'm gonna pull the oh, okay. So we'll just stay to this because I don't think there's a Tamlin in this deck. This is a different deck. Gotta love a good Eastern European mature every now and then. I think I read this, but I'm going to read it again. It's a new creative phase, celebration, pleasure, and harmony in relationships. Yes, I love the cards that I pull for it. I feel like I've been pulling really positive cards. Nah, try it, will be funny. Okay, back to the fairy deck. I was kind of forced into a three-way when my ex-wife wanted to get her boyfriend in. I didn't like it one bit. Even feel sick to my stomach thinking about it. So yes, but no thank you. Yeah, I couldn't do it. I'm a little old school. I respect those who could make it work. But I'm not gonna lie, like, I've had polyamorous friends, and the drama was through the roof. Like, if you don't have absolutely solid, both communication and self-esteem, like, if you have any insecurities, it's just, it's not, I haven't met anyone who actually was able to make it work, even those who are on the polyamorous side. I don't, you know, it's not my place to judge or say anything. The only thing I could say is it's definitely not for me, either, but that's just me. Alright, this is for Vaunt. One, don't share. I don't share. I don't share. I do not share. Yeah. Same. And my husband doesn't either. But... Alright. Well, I did not pull the Tamlin card. Yes, poly can work, but not for me, even though many mammals like we are polyamorous. Your card is the Moon, which is a major arcana. Here is she's got really nice hair. I can't think of an Akatar character. Very long, white. Is it the Azrael card? Oh, I hope I don't know if there's an Azrael. There needs to be an Akatar tarot deck. That would be very, very cute. So, Vaunt, your message is powerful, intuitive epiphanies. Letting go of worry and fear. Understanding the truth of a situation. The moon, in the traditional tarot is associated with illusions. Sometimes it can mean seeing past illusions. Sometimes it can mean, like, there is an illusion, something is not what it seems. But that's a fun one. I don't see that card too often. Ooh, Dieter, do you want a fairy card too? Font, do you want another card? Okay. Well, you're at it. All right. Let me scroll back because I see some. All right. Nope, I want Azrael try again. I don't know if there's an Azrael in this. Let's see. I was kind of forced into a three-way with my ex-wife, wanted to get her boyfriend, and I didn't like it one bit. Yeah, yeah. Oh, I read that. Is it the Azrael card? You're built for it if you can view it really more as non-committal, cancel anytime. Poly is tough. 3 ways with a partner, though. Yeah, guess. I've known people who've done, like, 3 ways where it was completely non-committal. There was maybe, like, a couple, does the card say I'm Shadow Daddy? No, it doesn't. But I think that's different from, like, polyamory, meaning 3 people are relationship involved. Sometimes, like, I've known people who did, like, where one person had, like, 2 partners, but those 2 partners were not necessarily involved. Okay, so we have, okay, Dieter first and then Vaunt. I'm just gonna draw from the fairy deck. So Dieter got the Tamlin card. Dieter, you may appreciate this card. It's a shirtless blonde, fully, like, ripped, super muscular. He's riding a unicorn, he's got gorgeous fairy wings, and he's, playing a long, like, traditional trumpet. That unicorn's pretty dang snazzy. But here, I'm gonna zoom in so you can check out his abs. He's only wearing, like, a thin cloth. And your message, the sun is one of the most positive cards in the deck. Yeah, this was Vaunt's card. This was the card that Vaunt was joking about. I don't know why it keeps coming out. Co-parenting seems polyamory if everyone was still friendly and freaky in the sheets. Oh dear God. The man looks nice. It says plans that work out perfectly. Amazing ideas that lead to rewards and commendations. Gratitude for the blessings of life. All right, we've got another card. You're blonde. Oh, you are blonde? Oh. All right, I have another card for you, Vaunt, but it's probably not going to be a Shadow Daddy. I mean, I'm going to be edgy and say this is the Elaine card. This is the Queen of Spring. She's brilliant, she's loyal, she's talented, and she's friendly. The Queen of Spring. She's got a beautiful glow, too. I love her gown. The man looks nice. I'm blonde. I'm bisexual. I didn't know that, Dieter. Aw, yay! Yay, we have to cherish the bisexual men in the world. I know it's a weird thing to say, it's just that I know that bisexual men get a lot of, at least here in the States, there's a lot of, but yay, I didn't know that, that's awesome! Nope, I got one more, she be dry. Okay. Believe in yourself. Wonderful people want to help you. Maintain a balance between work and home life. I mean, do you want me to, like, actively look for a Shadow Daddy or just blind pull? Because I can try to attempt to find one. I don't know if we're gonna find one, though. There's a lot of erasure. Big sleep, yeah. And the thing with, like, being bisexual, too, is that you get erasure even on the, like, LGBT side. Like, there's a lot of biphobia even among, like, those who are, like, only lesbian or only gay. Yeah, I got abused by my stepdad. I'm so sorry. I know how hard it can be, but also how beautiful. Yeah, life is short. Life is we have to celebrate ourselves. We really do. Alright, I'm just gonna find... Vaunt, here's a card for you. This guy is balding. I'll call him the balding Shadow Daddy, even as a chick. 2 of Summer. This card says, falling in love or making a serious commitment to someone. Forgiveness and the resolution of a problem. Don't give up. Your relationship can be healed. 2 of Summer. Alright. Dart wants a card. Dart, I'm going to draw you a fairy card since we're, balding! We like bald here. We like bald here. Yeah. Oh, Dart. Balding men are very beautiful. Bald men are very beautiful. And I really, really mean that, because I firmly believe that. But a lot of us are also in a community with a guy who calls himself the bald man. And I think that could be, celebrate yourself and be happy with who you are. Always, aw, Dart, that's so sweet. That is so sweet. Alright, Dart, I have one hell of a wholesome card for you. This is the Ace of Spring. It's a young fairy. Looks like a cherry blossom tree. I hope that my camera's doing it justice. It's very, very pretty. No Anna Kendrick. Aw. It's time to take action. Be fearless and happily pursue your most treasured dreams. Amazing career opportunities. We're drawing, like, very positive cards today. Like, very, very positive cards. Yeah, Dieter, you are very, very beloved. Very, very beloved. And no, I've only, yeah. I don't take for granted and how hard it is to come out, like, in general. It's not every space is a safe space for that. Not every space is. I'm trying, still waiting for jobs. Oh my god, good luck, good luck, good luck, good luck, good luck. That's exciting. I'm glad when the card, like, you know, I draw the cards for fun. I know some people are very, who take tarot, like, super, super seriously and, like, believe in it as a divination thing and whatever. And I think it can be insightful, but we draw it for fun and for vibes. That being said, I do enjoy when the cards do have some connection to whoever the card has been pulled for. Like, oh, I can actually relate to this. Like, I don't know. There's something kind of nice about that. Dino Mayo. Alright. I think it's special. Okay. Nails! Fingers crossed. Aw, good Marvin B. 98 blueberries. Oh my god. Okay. That's kind of awesome. Do I have pineapple in here? Sure do. I know it's for funsies, but sometimes it's insightful, even if I don't believe in it much. But I have to admit, my Taurus mood is responsible for my stubbornness. Aw, you know, I honestly like to use the tarot as a kind of mental health, like, spiritual, like, give me something to think about, like, something that I can use to improve myself personally or do whatever. So I like to pull a card and be like, okay, how could this apply to my, like, and just be intellectually inquisitive. My thing with the tarot, like, I'm a storyteller at heart, and I honestly really like the tarot's ability to tell really compelling and wonderful stories. I'll use tarot for my creative writing as well, just because I love that. Being bi means you can strike out with both gender. My favorite bi meme is the bisexual disaster, where it's like, you're attracted to both genders, and I don't know. It's but you can't figure out how to make either one work. When will streamer pull a card for herself on stream? I can. I'd be more than happy to. If you want me to do that, let me just finish what I'm doing now, and I would be more than happy to pull a card for myself on stream. It's not something I've thought of, but if it is asked, then we will do. Alright, let's finish out the day. Actually, I'm pretty sure I'm distracted, so I can't remember what I'm doing. Alright. Let me actually check the next day weather as well. Beautiful sunny day tomorrow. Alright. I'll draw myself, you know what? I'm gonna draw myself a flower. I don't know why. I like this deck. And it has, like, the gardening and the history of the roses. Just finish what you were doing. I'm just yapping. Oh, it's all good. I'm all done. But this one is just such a cute, very creative deck. It's called Oracle of the Roses. You get a little rose. Roses are some of my, if not my favorite flower. Roses and the lotus. The lotus is a very culturally significant, across multiple cultures as well, including ancient Egyptian. The lotus was a powerful symbol. Several mythological deities were all right. Wow, I pulled a wild rose, the Moyes rose, associated with the priest. Guys, am I priest-like? I'm very priestly. I'm just kidding. I don't even know what that means. But I have friends who are Catholic priests, like traditional Catholic priests. And they are honestly like just wonderful, wonderful humans. I have learned a lot from them. The meanings of this card are ritual, devotion, belief, community, promises. The deities associated with this card are Lite, Athena, Thoth, and Odin. And the astrological sign is Taurus. Huh. And then my ethnobotanical archetype exploration is, what would a simple new ritual that you create in alignment with your current beliefs look like? Saintly, maybe. Oh, you think I'm saintly? Aw. I think I'm just a degenerate on the internet. That's so sweet. Is being able to teach also a bit priestly? I can see that. I can see that, yeah. Do you believe the children are our future? Is Eos Proverbs we believe? Oh my god. Oh no, I'm not starting a cult. Not a cult. Definitely not a cult leader. I'm too much of a dipshit for that. The botanical notes are, this rose is native to Western China and was named by the botanist E.H. Wilson as a compliment to Reverend James Moyes of the China Inland Mission. The Reverend had offered Wilson hospitality, assistance, and companionship while he was there at the end of the Boxer Rebellion in China. The Moyes rose is a shrub that can grow 8 by 8 feet. That's 2.5 by 2.5 meters, and needs full sun and soil that can range from loam to sand or chalk with medium moisture. Soil must be well drained and slightly acidic. Flowers from late spring to early summer. How sweet. That's a nice rose. And this is what the flowers look like. I don't believe in, but I like using tarot, horoscope, Myers-Briggs, and others. I do too. They're more easily discuss archetypal situation and often repeat through time. I do too. Honestly, they're fun. First and foremost, they're fun. They're ways, like, humans, we like archetype. We like our archetypes. Whether or not people... astrology gets a lot, like, shat on a lot. And, you know, it is what it is. But we all can't help it. We like to connect to archetypes. We like to connect to ideas and to things. And even if these archetypes aren't 100%, because we're all individuals. And that's why, like, really rigorous, like, historic astrology that takes into account the entire natal chart, like what every little planet was doing, and celestial beings and all that. Dinner time, I go heat the rice. Back soonish. Enjoy your dinner prep, Dart. Yeah, and take care. Take it easy. But they're fun. They're so much fun. And they're fun to talk about. For me, when people are like, oh, I'm a Libra, and I'm not going to get with you because you're a Scorpio, like, I don't buy into that bullshit. Like, that's a little bit like, okay, that's weird. But it's fun. It's fun. I like astrology quite a bit. I think it's fascinating as all hell. And historical astrology, like how astrology was used throughout history and what it represents is so fascinating. But yeah, the Myers-Briggs. Incidentally, Big Sleep, what is your Myers-Briggs type? I wonder if we're the same. I'm an INTJ, and I could see you also being an INTJ. People are always surprised that I'm an INTJ. They often assume that I'd be like a... The interesting thing is, I think I'm both an INTJ and an ENFJ. Like, I think as a teacher and as a my public persona looks more extrovert. I'm not an extrovert by any stretch, but I know how to perform. I know how to play the part. And I'm a very emotive person, but like my brain is very like academic and very logical. And so I connect mostly strongest to INTJ, but I did once take it in my like teacher realm and got ENFJ as a result. I put more stock in the hyper detailed research based ones rather than the back of the fortune cookie. Those are just fun. It's like, what's my fortune? My fortune is you're gonna eat 12 crab rangoons and break the scale when you stand on next. You're kind of like me, an extroverted introvert. Yeah, I can relate to that. Because the thing is, I'm not one of those introverts that hates people. I'm jaded. I get jaded, and I don't like being out in public. ENFJ for me, I could see that, because apparently I'm a special rare. Pick me. I'm not like the other girl. Oh, I'm only extrovert when I choose. Same, Dieter. I become extroverted around people I want to be. Like, people who I'm comfortable. But in my day-to-day, like my IRL, I mean, I don't really interact. Like, this is, for better or worse, like, interacting online is my social world. Because I don't know. I'm a homebody. I am very much a homebody. But I know how to be around people, and I like people. Like, there are a lot of, introverts. There are a lot of introverts who are absolutely, like, very anti-people, very antisocial. I'm not quite there. Like, the thing is, the older I get, the more I do, like, I understand that. And for me, like, I was the bullied kid, like, my whole life. So, I inherently mistrust a lot of people I meet. Like, I don't, like, it's one of those, I'm very, very guarded. Most people are largely ambiverted. I can be quite the hermit, but I like online interaction. Yeah, basically, I feel the same. Honestly, at this point, some of my most truly meaningful connections, I'm not talking about, like, parasocial stuff. I mean, where both parties were involved and really, like, invested in the relationship. Some of my most meaningful happened online. And with people, some of them I ended up meeting in real life, and many I still haven't, but are people who are impossibly kind, like, very nice, who have my back no matter what, and who don't judge me or be weirded out, or, you know, people who are just, like, I get when I geek out about stuff, not on stream, ironically, but when I geek out with people, I get so self-conscious of, oh dear God, am I gonna go off on a tangent and this person's gonna be like, well, she's a weirdo, I want anything to do with her. But it's funny when I get that anxiety interacting online, and then I find the person is giving back the same energy and the same enthusiasm, I'm just like, why can't IRL, like, connections be like this, like that thing? And it ends up being like, this person's awesome, and just, that's that. Don't wish to be somebody else. You are beautiful as you are. Some traits others have, I'd love to have too, but in the end, we're all unique, and that's what's interesting. That's so sweet. Dieter, that is so, so sweet. And I agree. Introverts can sometimes be demonized, but it's often that they just need time alone to recharge their social battery. Yeah. I get so exhausted. Like, I get, like, migraines after even interactions that are absolutely wonderful. Like, I just get depleted. I just remove myself when I'm not. And my thing is, I mask. Like, I wear a lot of masks, and it's not like I'm hiding or lying about who I am, but there are some parts of me, like, I don't share with other people, like, and I've kind of learned to do that. Some of it, I think, is just, like, when you're, like, I was raised between two cultures that they have commonality, but that are very, very different, and I don't think one is better or worse. Like, a lot of people are very, you know, have, like, a cultural superiority. They're just different, and for me, when I'm in, like, more conservative spaces here in the States, so I'm thinking, like singing for church jobs, I mask a lot. Like, I don't, you know, I just blend in, I assimilate, and I just kind of keep quiet. But, like, I don't, like, say things like, oh, you know, I'm, like, born in Egypt or anything. Mostly because there's a lot of, for better or worse, there's a lot of racism in spaces, and I burned out of dealing with that, so I figured if I look ethnically ambiguous enough, because I don't look particularly ethnic, a lot of people get very surprised when they're like, wait, you weren't even born in this state? Like, that kind of thing. So I just don't bring it up. And it's not that I'm lying about it, it's just I don't want to bring it up. I'm not comfortable because people make assumptions about you if they know you're from a certain part of the world, or, like, I'm done with that. Because and then equally, there are just some things I just don't share or open up with, depending on the circles that I'm around. So I'm just kind of, like, I'm used to wearing the masks, for lack of a better way to put it. Because it's, in some cases, I'll use the word survival. By survival, I mean social survival. That also, I have autism and ADD. I do have to charge my battery a lot. I've perfected the Irish goodbye. What's the Irish goodbye? Yeah, Dieter, I'm not diagnosed, but I have actually been told by professors that I'm probably, neurodivergent was not a word that was used when I was still in school, but, I had a professor that the professor did this in a very unethical way, but, that was like, yeah, this one's definitely autistic, and he started calling me Rain Man to, like, other professors and peers, which that was uncomfortable for me. That was like, okay, we don't have to, but I won't get into that. But it has come up in friendlier spaces, she might be a little autistic, like that kind of thing, but I don't know. I also just kind of, it's not that I don't care, it's more that if it's not something that's affecting my ability to function, because for me, when I've been told I was autistic, it was because Like, I have 5 degrees. I've never met someone who has more degrees than and it's not a bragging thing. It's just I hyperfixated so much, and I was using my academia as an escape. And I went into, like, university, like, already kind of ahead of the game. So I really capitalized on that and was just study, and like, oh, I like this, I'm gonna go get a degree in it, like, that kind of thing. And most, like, your average person finds that off-putting. And I hate that it's found off-putting, because for me it was like, this is my world. Like, it doesn't feel like I'm doing anything different. It's just, this is what I chose to spend my time in. When you're a bullied, picked on kid, you're not socializing. For me, it was, I was throwing myself at my practice, and I was throwing myself at my studies. That's othering, yeah. Rain Man's a compliment, I guess, but I get why it could have sounded not. Well, the thing is, it was the intention behind. Like, the funny thing is, I've been called Rain Man by people who meant it affectionately. Like, oh, you're so, you're quirky. But this guy was like, yeah, she's different. Like, the way he phrased it is, he used, guys, this professor used Gaussian distribution to describe, he was like, well, she is intellectually superior to the rest of us. She's an outlier. And as a professor, we don't deal with outliers. We deal with the average. And then he's like, because she's so intellectually whatever, she's emotionally an outlier in the other direction. She doesn't know how to interact with people. And she's very, like, she doesn't know how to be so, like, that. And so he called me Rain Man for that. So to me, that's an insult. I tend to converse better if I have a moment to write out my thoughts. I'm the same way. In person, I often feel like I stumble getting out complete ideas, not even from anxiety, just because, yeah. Well, I'm not gonna lie, with people that I'm not super comfortable with, or people I don't know very well, I don't talk. Like, I just let them talk at me, and I just empathize with them, I cheer them on. Every now and then, I'll dare to share a personal thing about myself. But I don't open up to people until I feel like I can, because I'm an oddball. Like, I'm an oddball. Like, I know that. I've got 3.5, almost 4 decades of having it ingrained. You're weird. You're different like that. So I just kind of got used to it. Because you are this, you therefore are that. I hate that. Don't it? Yeah, same, Big Sleep. But this was a guy that, like, I was taking private lessons with this guy, and he bluntly told me in a lesson, I have a doctorate and you have more degrees than I do. You are a threat, like that kind of thing. And I was just like, I don't know how to deal with this. And my response is, you're older, you have more experience, and you're more knowledgeable about the subject that, like, I'm taking a class to learn. Because I was so flustered, it was like, it was very weird. I have that too. I'm super silent and awkward in company. Online, I'm just awkward. Aw, but Dieter, you're endeared. Like, you're sweet. You're genuinely very nice. Like, your energy is such a joy. But I wonder if it's just because we all vibe. There's a joke that, like, neurodivergent people tend to not only find each other, but connect deeper with each other, simply because, like, the neurodivergent flavor is just there and real, and, like, we all kind of are like, oh, I'm the same way, like, that kind of thing. But I don't know. I genuinely just don't know. I'm a good listener, and then I'll snipe in with a joke if I feel it's worth it. Once I open up to someone, I can become much more extrovert. Aww. He sounds like his emotions affected his teaching abilities in your case because he felt threatened. Well, the thing is, it's like, there should not... Guys, I taught conservatory musicians for decades. Not even years, but decades. And you should not be comparing yourself. If your insecurity is so bad that you're comparing yourself to your students, you're doing it wrong. Like, I did not study at Juilliard. 1, because I just couldn't afford it, but 2, it just wasn't on my radar to audition for a school like Juilliard. But I've had multiple, not even 1, but multiple of my piano students went on to Juilliard and ended up with phenomenal careers. I don't compare. I just gush. I'm like, oh my god, I'm so proud they did this thing. Like, it's not, who cares? Like, I cannot relate to the whole, like, and the thing is, when I was in grad school, I had a lot of professional experience, so I was older and more experienced than a lot of my peers, but every time my peers were like, oh, they play piano better than me, I'm like, who cares? Why are you comparing yourself? And I bluntly say, like, you're not a pianist, you're here as an academic, you're here to teach this subject, like, you need to, like, the insecurity has to go out the window. I'm a pianist, and I made really stupid mistakes in front of my students that I'd laugh off and go, huh, whoops. Or like, hey, extra credit if you could transcribe the one note that like mistake. Like you have to be lighthearted about it. Like, but if you're a teacher, like comparing yourself to your students, like you probably shouldn't be teaching. And I know that's probably a gatekeepy thing to say, but it's like it's not appropriate at all. It's just I can't relate to it. I love that you have 5 degrees. I don't find it off-putting in the slightest. I'm glad. I think it's more of it's a superpower person. See, for me, it's who I am. It's my escapism was in academia, and I'm excited by things. Like I'm a personality that wants to learn and wants to do things. So, I also like, I don't know. I like that too. I just get the tag of you are weird and silent. You're just a nerd too much and thirst for knowledge. Why aren't you extroverted? I just like opening up to someone who I could. Yeah, I'm this cut. I feel like I feel like that's like a mirror of my own self, Dart. But I feel like all of us have like this commonality that we all kind of like get along. Like if that makes sense, that's the healthy approach. Cheer on other. Yeah. Well, and my thing is like, even if I were to make the comparison, like I'm the person guiding the student to reach their best potential. If that makes sense. Like I want my students to excel. I want them to be phenomenal. Like, I want them, like, winning competitions or doing whatever is fulfilling for them. Like, I don't want my students to fail. Whatever failure looks like. That's a healthy approach. Cheer on others. Still, waters run deep. Yeah, I get used to get called weird for liking anime. Now it's mainstream. Yeah, Dart, our generation, we were the generation, because anime was still just on the global scene. And it's wild that, like the millennial generation we used to get made fun of so hard, and now it's like you're weirder if you don't like anime in this new generation. That's great that you don't hide your mistakes. Yeah, because you can't. We're human. And the thing is, a lot of students want to hear their teachers like be human. Because a lot of students look up to you and think you're this wonderful thing. Like sometimes the mistakes can make you approachable. Like and you know, and students don't care. They're just like, oh, okay, teacher made a mistake. Like, they don't care. And even if they do, like, whatever, who cares? Like, you're still the teacher. You're still the authority. Like, but I've been playing piano, like, all my life. Like, I've been playing piano since before I learned to speak. So it's just, I don't find mistakes off-putting the way that someone who, I don't know. I don't know. I just don't find them. It's in my blood. I don't know how to explain it. I think it's great teaching, and making a mistake is human and okay. Then they don't freeze when they play. Yeah, and that's the thing, is your students seeing you make a mistake and laughing it off can sometimes help them with their confidence. Like, oh, making a mistake's okay. Like, being a little imperfect is okay. I like the meme that is like, in 2005, you were weird if you liked anime. In 2025, you're weird if you didn't. Yeah. You ever wonder at work whether you're training your own potential replacement before the corporate overlords have declared they are done with you at some point? I bet. I can imagine that a lot of people feel that way. Failure is where you learn and progress to hone your skills. And honestly, sometimes it's like, well, my finger slipped. Like, it's just, I don't know. Like, it's just whatever. I realized my teacher was human when I saw her at the grocery store with her husband and later at the baseball game with her side pick. Oh, Marvin, you share the most, like, that's pretty funny. It feels very Simpsons coded. Alright, let's go, crack some of these geodes. That's why I'm grateful to have had lessons with you. Aw, Dieter. Dieter, you are a joy. You were always a joy to work with. You made it so understandable, not like the gibberish I had to learn in Music Academy. Some musicians, unfortunately, they have a superiority complex. There's no other word for it. They get very... They want everyone to see them better, and I don't know. Maybe Academy beat me down too much that I don't have that mentality. Like, when I teach, I want my students to learn and thrive. Like, that has always been my attitude. And that's been the attitude of, like, that vocal school that we were all a part of. That's the attitude there, is that humble, like, we're here to help the students in the program grow and thrive and be their best musical selves kind of thing. I don't believe in gatekeeping knowledge. I'll level the knowledge, so I try not to overspeak, like, to say, like, because, so for me, like, with your students, you don't want to speak so far over their heads that they're put off. So I'll try to just keep it simple, but I won't gatekeep when a student is genuinely interested and wants to expand beyond where they may be, that kind of thing. Superiority complexes are blind spots that block people from being able to fully learn from a situation. Yeah, superiority complexes are usually compensating for a fragile or broken ego. And sadly, the music world, there's a lot of extreme toxicity that a lot of the people who develop the superiority complex were just beaten down so bad in their own studies. And I understand, like, I have some pretty bad, like, trauma. Like, I've shared some of the vocal stuff. Like, I remember doing a vocal jury in my grad school. I sang an aria. It was 1 week out of surgery. And I was in pain. It was abdominal surgery, and you need those muscles to breathe. I was in so much pain. I failed that audition, and the voice professor who wrote back to me, like, it sounded like my audition, or my jury, I should say, like, pissed her off on a personal level. Like, how dare you sing this repertoire that you have no business singing while your voice is this shaky? And it hurt like hell to read. And it gave me, like, a good idea of where I was sounding at the time, but it was like, she didn't have to be such a bitch about it, like, that kind of thing. And that's still, like, one of the things that still kind of, like, it kind of hurts. Especially because I'd given a string playing, like, performance jury, and my comments were, this was great, you sound a little rusty, like, you sound out of practice, but yeah, you're fine, like, that kind of thing. And then my piano jury was like, yeah, you're fine, like, that kind of thing. But it's still, like, those bad auditions, like, they haunt them. Or those bad, like, failed juries or failed auditions, especially when you get, like, scathing criticism, like, really, really aggressively biting criticism, they hurt and they stick with you. And some people, I mean, and the thing is, I do say this with empathy, like, some people are very deeply traumatized by that. Like, some people quit, some people take years off, some people never heal, like, they keep going, but they're carrying the weight of their own sense of failure, and all of that takes its toll on a person. And that's why you just get, like, the Whiplash movie is very, it's yeah. One of my college professors was like that. I saw her in a grocery store around where I live. Oh, we're spilling the tea. And then in college I saw her cheating. And when everyone caught her, she denied the whole, oh boy. It makes us wonder if we're all destined to be flawed, sometimes in relationships, as part of the human condition. Or somehow extra thirsty. Type 2 relationship diabetes. Oh my god. Oh, that's so, it's like at once very deep and very chaotic, Marvin. There's a fine line between needing to feel confident in order to drive you, and that morphing into cockiness. Personal expectations can be difficult to reckon with, yeah. But I also believe in, like, with teaching a student, like, meeting them where they are. Like, you don't want to set, expectations that are so high that your student cannot possibly... They can't possibly, like, meet that. And then you're frustrated as the instructor, and the student's frustrated because they know that they're not, living up to whatever standards you have for them. And that is just not productive. It's not a good time for anyone. But the thing is, so unfortunately, if you're gonna be a professional musician, you have to teach, but some people are not cut out for teaching. And it's not an insult. Like, some people are best left to be performers, and then some people have the disposition, the patience, the empathy for teaching. And there's no shame in not being, like, a teacher. There's no shame in that, but knowing can go a long way. Like, oh, you know, I don't have the patience to work with students, but while I work with students, I'm going to try to think of that and, you know, just keep it in mind. But a lot of people just don't have that. Or they see the students as a chance to compare themselves, like, oh, when I was their age, I was doing this, or, oh my god, when I was their age, I wasn't playing this advanced. Like, it's just, it's a little silly. Aha, good old stuff. It's been almost a whole year since I've sang with all the techniques. I do hum sometimes and sing for fun, but due to my health issues, I don't train for the moment. I miss it. Aw, Dieter, I miss the program a lot, too. I miss it so much, too. Morty, she went to the UK with the other professor at the same time. Oh, that is some nice, that's some pretty juicy tea. That's some, like, very juicy tea? Juicy? Good old University of Kentucky, UK, silly Wildcats. Sounds like 2 streamers I know that ended up at the Kaizo Coliseum at the same time. Oh my god. That was such a fun time, Big Sleep. That was so funny to me. Because I think we all could kind of see it, like, all of us who knew both streamers. I thought it was very cute. It was very endearing, but it was one of those, oh, come on, guys, you're not fooling anyone. It was cute, though. I say that with a lot of love, because both of them are some of my favorite, like, streamers. At least they don't cheat on each other. No. But this one literally was cheating and probably is still cheating on her husband. Feel free to call me and give me a lesson when you can. Aw, Dieter, you were always such a joy. Like, seriously, such a joy to work with. I will admit, I'm not actively giving lessons at the moment, simply just because, so Dieter, I practice very actively, but I will admit, at the moment, my writing, editing, like, stuff is more of what's on the forefront of my professional work. So I am not on streaming, I'm editing. I still do the academic editing, but I've been trying to venture into creative, like, fiction publishing. So I'm doing the fiction at the moment, and I'm working with a number of authors as well. I'm also doing beta reading, so, like, most of it's, like, writing, editing related, if you can, as amusing as that it is. I miss the teaching. I miss music teaching so much, but I like getting to exercise. So, like, I have the master's in music and I have the master's in English and creative writing, so I'm kind of using the English stuff more these days. EOS, could you teach me calculus? Technically, so Alex, no joke, I actually did want to do calculus streams for a while, like, as a, like, 1 hour of, let's mostly because I miss teaching calculus. I miss it so much. I miss teaching calculus for engineering colleges as well, because I loved working with, like, the STEM students. And that was so fun. And I always had students who were just fun, like, competitive fun. I did vector calculus, Marvin. I still have my book, like, somewhere. I never taught vector calculus. I wanted to, but I taught calculus 1 and 2 primarily. So single variable calculus, integration techniques, differentiation techniques. I joke I didn't get past pre-calc, hated pre-calc. Well, the thing is, pre-calc is one thing. Pre-calc gives you the tools necessary for calculus. Calculus itself, the way that I've always introduced it to my students is, calculus, the fundamental crux of calculus is your limit theorem, understanding how limits work, learning what a derivative is, and learning what an integral is. So when you learn to differentiate, when you learn to integrate, the rest is all of that bullshit that came before calculus. So it's your trigonometry, it's your pre-calc, it's your algebra, it's your, if you did the hyperbolic functions as well. There's a little bit of geometry, especially as you get into multivariable calculus and understanding the way three-dimensional solids work. But otherwise, calculus is just those 3 principles. Understanding the limit principle. And I saw some of my peers who are professors of mathematics, they aren't even teaching limits to, like, business calc students. And I was a little like, oh dear God, how do you learn calculus without limits? And then the differentiation and integration. And the rest is, how do you incorporate the fundamental mathematics, the algebra, the trig, the pre-calc, all of that? How do you incorporate all of that? And then you get eventually into, like, physics and, believe it or not, like, kinematics, for your word problems, your let's see. Chat should get her to sing and accompany herself on the piano for chat points. Redeem a song. I don't have a keyboard up here. I'd like to get it. Like, I'm not gonna lie, if I ever, like, did, like, a partner push, I will have, like, donation goals where it's like, and for simple things, but I'd love to have a keyboard, because Dieter, I would not mind doing that on stream, is, like, the singing and playing piano, doing all of that. I like the interactions and relations between calculus and physics. Marvin, me too! I did always the calculus-based physics, and I always loved that. I had to tutor non-calculus-based physics, and I was like, how do you guys, like, learn? Like, what are you doing in this? And it's a lot of memorization, but when you have the calculus, you get, like, the... Oh my god. Anyway, you might as well be speaking another... No, Alex, I don't mean to. I'm just... Oh god, literal brain. I got nerd sniped. Distance, speed, and acceleration are derivative. I know limits, and my limits are algebra 2, rise and runs. Yay, you should. It was fun seeing you compose the Requiem. We could do more of that. I know I did a lot of singing, because I would hum the lines. Mostly because, like, when I compose, I think of my performers. And I want them to, like... I write crazy alto lines, mostly because I'm a soprano who's done a lot of alto singing. And I know the pain of having, like, a shitty alto line. But the thing is, I write alto lines sometimes that are a little, like, difficult for your average alto, but I always have, like, trained singers in mind. Like mezzo-sopranos who I know can do the stuff. Oh, I forgot about these things. But I do wanna go back to that because Dart, I'm not gonna lie, like I do want to publish that Requiem and have the story of it being, well, I can post this on Twitch, like, and have that be part of the journey. But there is a doxing component because I'd be publishing it under my real name. I mean, I could probably publish it under the EOS alias, but it would ultimately be a, I don't know. I feel left out. I'm a bear. I like writing for baritones. I like writing for all voice types. And the thing is, I do try to write in a way that is empathetic to said voice types. The baritone and bass baritones in particular is my favorite male voice type. I know a lot of people who are like really into their tenors and their tenor sound, and I get it, but I like low, deeper male voices. Guys, I'll be right back. I just need to use the restroom. Give me one moment. Alright, guys. I'm here. I'll take a walk as well. Need some movement for my poor rat. Oh, you've got it, Dieter. No, enjoy your walk. That's important. I might do some light stretches, like, before lunch as well, actually. Because the reason why I haven't, like, made the push for partner is I could stream full-time. And I feel confident that I could grow, like, the channel. But I can't do the long periods of sitting. I actually take a medication where, like, I can't really, like, sedentary is not safe when you're on certain kinds of medicines. If you're on medication that specifically increases the risk for clotting. So I take that very seriously. But I also just can't do it. Like, even... Oh, I've been almost 3 hours now, and I can kind of feel it in my thighs. Some of that's the Pilates, though. Like, some of that is... I did, But... Alright, we will wrap up the day, and then I do have to get going and do some of my other, like, work stuff, as well as practice and all that good stuff. I convinced all my girlfriends to try naked jumping jacks before lunch. Good for belly, good for the soul, mostly good for visual entertainment. I will say, without being weird, not having, like, a bra on and doing that kind of motion, if you're of a certain size, if you're, like, of a certain bra size, is kind of painful. I'm just speaking for myself. I think if you're smaller, like smaller chested, it probably isn't so bad. But if you're like really, like medium to large and larger, at least just, I don't know, it hurts just a little. You could knock yourself out, can you? Jiggle cups. That's funny. Or just not having support. One jump back is gone with bigger, yeah. Isn't that the truth? I love the slime charmer ring because I can just kind of ignore all these slimes. Or I usually do, and it makes the forays into the secret woods. Did I talked to the wizard just now, right? I did. Perfect. But I appreciate you all so much, because you're here, you hang out, and it's nice to just get to be, like, completely myself, for lack of a better way to put it. It can be one of the joys of streaming is that, like, with online community spaces, you often meet people who are like-minded or who are similar in personality type, even if, you know, there may be some overlapping. Well, I mean, we all have, you know, the common interest of gaming. I love that a lot of us read as well. That's pretty fun. But I think a lot of us who end up being the kind of people who thrive in these online spaces, personality-wise, like, it's like we're wired in a very similar way, if that makes sense. I know it's probably a weird thing to say, but it's just one of those, like... No! Oh boy, let's, ancient fruit it up. Oh my god, the empire. The ancient fruit empire. Something I could do is start hoarding diamonds, for fairy dust. Because I can make these, like, come out faster, if that makes sense. That's so silly. Shark boobs! Oh my god. Alrighty. How wonderful. Okay. Alrighty, that is gonna be it for me today. Thank you all so much for watching. They need to raise the cask. I know, right? I want more casks in there. I'm greedy. But this has been fun. Ooh! I think the game affects it a lot too. Like, I can't compare the Minecraft streamers. I watch the Elden Ring streamers, but Minecraft streamers and BG3 streamers are not too... I can kind of see... That makes sense, yeah. Yeah, different games attract different kinds of personality types. People with different interests. Have a good one. Try double cask single malt scotch. Ooh. Thanks for stream as always. Thank you all so much for hanging out. This has seriously been a lot of fun. I am so looking forward to... Yeah, we'll be back tomorrow, the usual time. Right, exit to desktop. Yeah, I love Dart. I love the emote. That completely made my day. And it's Elliot. It's Elliot writing. So that was just, oh, that was the best. That was like it was very unexpected too. Like, I didn't expect to get like a birthday gift or anything. That was very sweet. But yeah, thank you again. Yeah, we'll be back tomorrow, just same time. Be hanging out. It'll be more Stardew. More Stardew. But for Thursday's stream, I'll make an announcement. I'm going to make it a birthday stream. I don't know what I'm going to do yet. I may do something different. I thought about if I can get my capture card set up, because I need to. I thought about maybe doing, if you guys might be interested, like Mario Party, Mario Kart. It'd be 8, because I don't have like the new Mario Kart. I thought of just doing something in that line of that sort, but we'll see. I mean, I might just do Stardew and just have it be like, it's my birthday, and then just have it be like Super Battle Golf. I don't have that. But if I can get the Switch set up, we could maybe do some multiplayer or something with chat. I could do like a King of the Castle birthday stream. Ooh, I kind of like that. Or like I'm the monarch, I'm the birthday princess, birthday queen, and you guys are all trying to usurp the queen. Oh, you know what? I think I kind of like that. I don't know. I'll have to think about it. I will have to think about it. I can't do a bonus stream on June 26th because I have my dental, just my routine like hygiene appointment and x-rays and stuff. But thank you all so much for watching. Ooh, my throat is parched. I hope you had a good... Booties! Oh my gosh, Booties, did I miss greeting you? If I did, I'm so sorry, but it's always good to see you. It's been a vibe. I'm happy you're here, and I hope you're doing wonderfully. I'm so sorry if I missed you earlier. I really am. See you later? See you later. See you later, Alex. Thanks. Thank you all so much. Take care, everyone. I am gonna go rest my voice now, because I talk too much, and it's great. Or something. I don't know.